Hey, Korea lover. Hey, Lena, pretty brown eyes. How y'all doing? Hey, Kim Kim. Hey, Colette. Happy Friday, y'all. Hey, Lady E, that chick from NY, Kingsman. Hey, girl, how you doing? How y'all doing? Once again, TGIF. Thank you guys for hitting the link. I know these notifications are still crazy. Good afternoon, Kings Nina. Good afternoon, everybody. I just want to hop on real fast and give you guys a quick Um, thank God it's Friday video. Y'all know how they go. Please hit the like button on your way in the door, child. Honey, it's been a crazy week around here. Hey, Miss Pretty Wings. Hey, Kay. How you doing? Hey, Lynn Morris. Can you hear me now, Kim Kim? If you can clear us out. So if y'all can hear me, hit the one if y'all can hear me. Cause Kim Kim says she can't hear me. And I don't want to start talking if nobody can hear me because I can't rewind it back. I hit the one if y'all can hear me, please. Okay, y'all can hear me? Okay, good, good, good. So anyway, like I said, happy Friday. Hey Jennifer. Hey kind to me. So like I said, it's been a crazy week around here, right? So yesterday, I jumped on Seven Stars panel. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen the video. If you haven't seen the video, go check out yeah, they need to get the notifications together. I agree with that, Lena. If y'all haven't seen Seven Stars video from last night, y'all go check out that video. It was a good video. And so anyway, I hopped on Seven Stars last night. Nobody else was really on that I want, that I listened to. So I clicked the link. And when I clicked the link, but before I clicked the link, I was, kind of listening. They were talking about, what was going on with ZX and DD Loop Loop and all this and all that, right? It was a good live, right? And so I clicked on there and we're talking back and forth. They was trying to get ZX to, hit the link or, some of the women that he got in got in his camp, that work with him or whatever, right? They were down in the chat twerking. First one of them said that she was gonna hit the link, but she never hit the link. And I seen ZX drop down in the chat, honey, all this and all that, right? So we were coaxing them, trying to get them in the chat the whole life, right? So all that was going on. And then as we're talking about, ZX and why he won't hit the link or whatever's going on, right? And Kwani was up there. Kwani was lit as usual, right? And after that, Didi Loop Loop clicks the link, child. I was like, oh Lord, the madness is real, right? So, and she it seemed like she the kind of person that don't like to be questioned. Y'all hit the like button, okay? She don't like to be questioned and all this and all of that. So she finally clicked the link. And we were asking her some questions. She seemed really calm at first. You know what I mean? And but when we start asking her tough questions, she seemed to get agitated, right? And so when we start asking her the hard questions like, we heard that you were, giving ZX, what you felt like, was information about us. Some of us are in the B sector, me being one of them. She got really defensive. You know what I mean? She had the issue, and then, and I think she's the kind of person where, like, number one, she don't like to be questioned. Number two, she don't like to be called out on her stuff. You know what I mean? And she got agitated. And I think she held the madness in for as long as she could, honey. And then after that, it's just on, you know and she start hollering and screaming, and she was, hey Miss T Trisha, she was really, hey Levon, kind to me if I didn't say this, she was really agitated. I'm like, is she okay? Child, there was a lot going on, right? But the reason why I titled this video Love Jones is because oh child. Okay, at the crux of it all, at the end of the day, uh and we know she was lying and said, and let me roll it back. She lied and said she didn't give any information to this man. We know this is not true. We know that she was doing, hey, third world Columbia, how you doing, love? We know that this is not true. We know that she was in fact giving information. Tapes were dropped, info was dropped, all this and all that, right? And so, she started lying. She started going back and forth. I caught her in some lies. Kwani caught her in some lies. There was a lot going on, right? But when she got really, really agitated, she started, telling the truth, right? And come to find out, when it's all said and done, um, thank you, Miss T. Tricia. When it was all said and done in the final analysis, Didi Loop Loop, come to find out, was upset with if you ever had, if you're a female, right, and you had ever had any kind of conflict with ZX, or any kind of conversation, whether it was conflict or not, with ZX, she was mad at you, right? She was jealous hearted. I was like, oh Lord, that green eyed monster ain't nothing to fool with, right? So come to find out, I believe the reason why she had such, derogatory things, hey Snazzy girl, hey Trey, to say about people is because if you are female and you ever says um said anything to ZX, she had a problem with you, right? And I was like, oh my God, is she okay? And for me personally, I was offended because I'm like, girl, you got the wrong idea here. And like I was telling, ZX people, as well as Seven, Kwani, and Deirdre, I have never even been to his channel. We had a back and forth, a little while ago. We had a back and forth because he came for me, because I had blocked him from my channel, right? And so I don't know. I think she had in her mind, right? In her mind, Didi Loop Loop had a full blown relationship, or a budding Love Jones type relationship with ZX, right? Child, it was a mess. I'm like, oh Lord, child, you ain't got no class, no culture, or no common sense, right? So she up there, she hollering and screaming. She done lost her ish. There's a lot going on, right? And then make it so bad. I don't, because she can only listen to herself. I think, and she was hollering and screaming. So I just feel like she only understood a little bit of what it was that we were trying to ask her, or what she was talking about. It was a lot going on. I was like, oh my God, I was getting my whole life, right? Then Moore said, I can't believe how childish she is, to be a woman. I can't either. I can't either. But like I said, honey, when that man said he was what he said, enamored with her, and he said he was smitten with her, and honey, I guess that's all it took, right? And so and she was like, I left him 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks before any of you guys found out about it. She kept going on about his moderators, one moderator in particular, the one named Cynthia Rose or something like that, and that was her bottom line. I was like, ooh, 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 you know and I was just tripping. I was like, "Ooh, hey, sweet truth for you. How you doing?" And I was like, "Oh my God, Miss Pretty been good live last night, Miss Olivia. You and Quantity gave her honey in the beginning, right? Got the details and fed. That's how look. You can get more from honey than you can vinegar, Miss Pretty Wings. And that's what it was, because you have to handle certain people in a certain way. You know what I mean? And but before, you're right. But before, hey, Monroe. But before you start asking a hard question, you kind of have to make a person feel comfortable, right? And this leads for a good interview, if you'll call it, whatever you call it on here. That will lead you up to a good interview. And if you ask questions long enough, you'll eventually get to the bottom of things. And like I said, at the end of it all, honestly, she was in love in her mind anyway, or she was really feeling ZX, right? And she won't admit that to herself. I told her, I was like, look, it's good to purge, all this and all that, whatever I was telling her made her feel comfortable. But she don't want to admit, that she was doing whatever she had to do, to please the one, her Love Jones, right? And I was like, oh, child, is she okay? Child, But honey, said, did y'all see those texts he showed last night? I've never been to his channel. She had something to say about every female in this sector, making sure he didn't look at anybody. That's what I'm saying, Dana. Right now, I didn't see the text messages, but I'm not surprised. Like I said, she didn't want him saying anything to any female in this sector. All right, it was all in her mind. Yeah, and she thinks that and hey, sister 513, hey everybody. It's called knowing how to. You're right, Kingsmina. She really thought she had got she really thought she had you guys on her side, but I was shocked. You let her keep popping off, but I got yeah, Korea. You gotta let a person talk. You gotta make them feel comfortable, and then you can get the truth. I mean, you just don't go in, off the bat with the rah rah rah. And so it's just how it is. No, she didn't want to. Yeah, she didn't want to admit it. Um, yeah, she wanted it, but the feeling wasn't mutual. You was right. You right, Monroe. And that's therein lies the problem. And so after she got real agitated. I guess she couldn't just she was done, and she dropped off the panel. She then goes to her channel and start cussing everybody out, right? Honey, she was too. I'm like, well, what I do? She's still over there singing. Me and Mrs. Jones, we got a thing going on. I heard that, Yvonne. Child, it didn't make no sense. I was confused. I was like, you really in your mind felt like you had a relationship with this man. And she seems to be a real jealous hearted person, because I'm like, this is YouTube, and what we do on YouTube, we know, is we talk back and forth to one another. The same thing she was doing with ZX, even though she called herself putting in work. And I think she wanted to be the only one, honey. She wanted to move his longtime moderators, the women that he got in his camp. She wanted to move them out of the way, and she didn't want him talking to nobody, child. Nobody but her. Now, in her mind, I don't know how she thought that was going to work. You know what I mean? But in her mind, child, that was her man, child. She wasn't trying to hear nothing else except that was her man. She went on to say something about, he was feeling her, but we know that he really wasn't feeling her. Child, there was a lot going on. Corio said, but I thought she had a dinner date and was running late with her ex. Right, Corio, right. Jennifer said it wasn't until she found out he already had a bottom bitch. Yeah, you know what I mean? And I was just like, child, Yeah, that's the lie she told. Right, right. That she had a dinner date and all this and all that. But if you got a dinner date, why are you over there hollering and screaming, cussing out everybody, right? So, like I said, while we were still live, she had already done hit her live button, and she was over there going off. She was going ham on everybody, right? That's her man, and she gonna stick to right, right. She said she ain't going nowhere. Like that Jennifer Holiday song. She said she ain't going nowhere. Okay. I was like, ooh, child, it's the last for me. She sent him a pic of Olivia and sent her in denial. Right, right. You know what I mean? And she kind of admitted to it. You know what I mean? And so, but then she try to walk it back. I mean, she was mad at everybody, child, everybody. That just no accountability at all, right? That dinner date was in her dining room, uh, by her lonesome child. Ooh, Lord, it was a lot going on. You know what I mean? And I think it's unfortunate. Um, you got a lot of people with a lot of mental health issues going on around here, and I really just cannot get a handle on her issue, what she had going on in her head. And my thing is, you sound so, you know, uh, she sound like she was in a long-term relationship with this guy, and he just done broke her heart. He just done cheated on her, and all of this and all that. Well, evidently that is not the case. And we know that he was just using her for info. I don't even know if he was using her for info. I think it's more like she was volunteering info, in order to ingratiate herself to him, but it wasn't working. Child, I bet she got that man head blowed up like a balloon. She probably got him really thinking he's somebody, child, for no reason at all. But she did it to herself. hmm She is really disturbed, and I'm not even. Yes, right, Monroe. It's a scary situation. Okay, dismissed with her as a real life. Ain't it a Lifetime movie? She better hope he don't be. He ZX better hope she don't be waiting for him outside with a knife or something one night when he coming home. Jump out the bushes or something. I was like, oh Lord, is she okay? Child. Keith Smith said Dee Dee is one of them. Hello, Barbara. This is Shirley Wibbit, child. Even if it ain't no Shirley, child. You know what I mean? For real. I think she was volunteering. Yeah, I do, Levon. I think she was volunteering information. Like, I really do. Y'all hit the like button, okay? Jennifer says she was feeding him info to getting good. Um, but she started overfeeding him and he was turned off. I mean, I don't even think, Jennifer, that he was never even turned on in the first place. You know what I mean? And like I said last night, some men are very predatory and they know who to choose. They know how to pick them. You know what I mean? And so he knew, he done sit back and peeped at what kind of person that she was. Because a man ain't stupid, and so I was like, oh my God, when she started yelling, y'all jealous. Right. Cause he wanted me. I was up. Thank you, Dana. She's like, y'all jealous cause he wanted me. And I'm like, is she okay? Child, I was like, ooh, hey, Mississippi Magnolia, I like that name. Trey says D was trying to show her smile back and get her a little cyber situation going. Child, her husband is in Poland, trying to get those cobwebs clean. She trying to do something, child. I don't know. She too old to be acting like that. Though. I don't even mean no harm. Not turned on. But he was no longer I guess he was no longer enamored with her, right? I don't think he was ever into it. He was just trying to get some info. She was giving you Kathy Bates, right, Levon? Me too. Oh, child, that whole single white female tease, right? Didi is lost in turn. Ooh, I heard that, Kingsmina. I was shocked. I'm like, oh my God. She really thought that man wanted her. I mean, like, she is hurt. Her feelings is hurt and she is angry. And I just don't understand. But honey, I don't know. She got a whole lot of delusions of grandeur going up in her head. Hey, Mia S, and it ain't like we ain't seen it before, but to that level, when it comes to a man, I'm like, girl, don't you have some pride in yourself? Are you okay? Hey, Miss O, I was hoping she didn't lie because a lot of us had saw the receipts of her passing info. She knew y'all hadn't saw the email she sent him. Child, look at her. We knew that she was lying. Okay, we knew that she was not Quani, and 7, more than no more than me, but you can kind of pick up on what was really going on. Everybody ain't telling the same lie. You know what I mean? And it was just like, and you could tell by the way that she was acting that she was all out doing whatever she could, saying whatever she had to say. She even brought up, I really think they have, or something because ain't no way this round up. I don't even think they was. I don't even think they was, Trey. I think that it was all in her mind. Like I really do. When she said it was love, the whole live turned up. That it child, okay, Jennifer. See, people don't be listening, but she was really infatuated with that guy. And she hadn't even known him that long. Well, you don't know him at all, really. It's just that she only had a couple of conversations with him. She is way too old to be carrying on like that. I agree. An embarrassment to our women. I'm like, girl, do you have some pride? Are you okay? Child. Like I said, just cause you get older don't mean you become wiser. And so that's a perfect example. It was unfortunate. So I don't know. Coriel said, I wish you guys would have asked about what why she did Rita like that. I was done with her then. She was cruel. I mean, I think that's just kind of the type of person that she is. But I didn't think about that at the time. Oh, Corio, you know what I mean? And so yeah, and that's right, Corio. She lied on Cookie. You know what I mean? She said Cookie came at her first. And that's a lie. Because Cookie don't come at nobody first. She don't never initiate the beef or whatever, or the argument or the back and forth or whatever. But she does is she'll respond. You know what I mean? If you don't say nothing to or about her first, she won't say nothing to or about you. You know what I mean? So I knew that was a lie, right there. And I don't even have to. I knew, like I said, anybody that has ever had any type of dealings with ZX, Cookie included, probably especially Cookie, because she saw Cookie go to his house and knock on the door, all of that, right? Fatal attraction tease, right? And so she really probably had a problem with Cookie. You know what I mean? Because her and ZX have been into it for a minute. So yeah, yeah, she was gonna have a problem with Cookie. Child, Corio, she said it was because the baby would be in the background screaming while Rita was live and she was ignoring him. Did child? Well, I don't know what's wrong with that lady, and I understand that she has children, and I don't know why she would talk about Rita's baby like that. You know what I mean? It was absolutely uncalled for, in my opinion. Hey, Mr. Carruthers, how you doing? This is Orca listening to your live. Good conversation sounds like play Miss right, Mr. Carruthers, right? Didi looking crazy out here. Ha ha! If she would just admit, that's what I tried to get her to do. Hey, Battle Roach. Right, Battle Roach. No wonder her husband ran to Poland. Child, he was probably running for his life, child. Ooh, Lord. Ain't no telling. Uh, Wilder says admits she liked the man and was out here wilded right to please him and made a mistake. Then cool, but she saying she wanted, yeah, in her mind, she left him and he wanted her, and all of this and all that. When actually it's the other way around. You was windmilling, looking real crazy out here. You know what I mean? But as far as and I know that he said that the reason why he left her alone was because she spoke very derogatory about Rita and her child. But in my opinion, the real reason why he left her alone is because he was done getting info out of her, or he was done with her crazy butt, or his crew was done with her crazy butt. Child, whatever was going on, he was done. He was done when he was done. He done got what he needed from her, and that's it. That's all, basically. Honestly. So yeah. And I said, can y'all imagine what she's done to the men? Child, okay, Dana. To the men she meets in person, she's the type that will kill your pet. Right, child. What is that movie? Where the woman killed the rabbit. Glenn Close killed the rabbit. What is the name of that movie, child? That's her, child. She will kill your rabbit. She will boil your pet rabbit, child. Okay, if you or kill your cat or dog or something, if you don't pay her no attention, child. Mm-mm. And she said she really, child. She don't make no sense. Hey, Sheba Pisces, Win Shanty. She was only focusing on her delusion, right? This right. This everybody jealous because he wanted her. Yeah, yeah. I agree. I agree. It was really unfortunate. I was like, ooh, ooh. But she kept saying, y'all were jealous. He paid her attention. I fell on the floor. I'm like, oh my God, is she for real? Child, mm-mm. Lorena Bobby Tees. Hey, captivating Christian, how you doing, love? Luke remind me of the woman obsessed. Yeah, fatal attraction. That's his fancy girl. Child, she a whole fatal attraction running around here. Oh my God, child. Oh, Mia S said when ZX played the phone calls with Didi Loop, you could tell she was trying hard to impress him. Honestly, he really was playing on her. He really was playing her on the absolutely. I mean, I didn't even have to hear, the tapes to know, that he was just playing with her. He was using her. He was feeding her a line of jive. He was running game. I mean, she ought to know that. I'm like, child, Miss O screaming. I got her. Yes, I mean, I was offended. I was a little offended when she was saying, we was jealous of her because ZX was giving her the time of day. Let me tell you something, honey. If I did not have a husband, which I do, And since she know everything about everybody, she ought to know that, because I don't, from what I understand, she pretty much done doxed everybody. And then you know that. So why in the world will somebody like me be jealous of somebody like that, her or him? Neither one of them, child. That ain't nothing. I just cannot. I was like, girl, are you okay? But yeah, that's what she said. Her, if that man wanted her, I can see her talking cash money ish. But he did. But he didn't. But he didn't. She needs to move all the way around. I know that's right, Monroe. Child, and how many times can she say be said after seeing ZX receipts? Loop Loop was snaking Earth. Right, right. I'm surprised she allowed it. I know, right? It was a yelling don't no black love for me. When she said it was black love, we don't know black love, child. Ooh, child. It was a lot going on. I was like, we don't know black love. Girl, do you know? Child, child. In her mind, y'all, she had a whole scenario going on in her head. I'm like, oh, girl. She's her own worst. And then, this how you know she don't listen, right? She was, I was telling her, I was like, when you go to marriage counseling, one thing that the marriage counselor will ask you, because everybody got their own opinion in a relationship as to who started it, who started the problem. Of course, you're not gonna say, it's your problem, or you started the problem, or you're the issue, right? So, what the counselor will ask you, well, what part did you play, in this drama, basically, right? So, honey, she got over here talking about. I said I was a marriage counselor. I said no, 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 honey. I said I went to marriage counseling a couple of times, right? I done told y'all about that. I was like, she was so busy going off, she gets stuff out jumbled up in her head. She don't know what's going on. I was like, sure, mm. It don't make no sense, Miss O. Where Luke was talking about you, Tracy, Demetria, Kwani, uh, Fish Bum, etc. Yet she said he was talking about y'all, not her. Right? I'm telling you, it was that whole. Hey, Houston Bread, girl, girl, Houston Bread. I'm gonna need you to hit. Tell me if you got a minute. I know you probably working or something, but let me know if you can hit the link real fast, cause I got a bone to pick with you, child. Yes, I do. Houston, let me know if you can hit this link, child. Uh-huh. Black love wouldn't have you out here chasing another man. I mean, she act like she was dickmatized, okay? How you gonna be dickmatized and you ain't never even sniffed a dick, bitch? I don't even understand. Y'all excuse me for that, but I was confused, bitch. You ain't never sniffed on this man's dick. You ain't never got close to it. Don't she live in California and he live in like Philadelphia or somewhere? Girl, you cross country sniffing? I got a meeting at 1:30. But what's up, LOL? At what time is it? Let me try to click this link. Because I want to say this to Houston Bread face. I really do. Because I don't appreciate this. Hold on a minute. I'm dropping the link, Houston. I just need 2 minutes of your time. It ain't 1:30 yet. Let me see if I can drop this link, y'all. Hold on. Because, like I said, I'm telling y'all about my stressful night. We done had to get set loop straight. Ain't no setting straight the madness, but we was trying. You know what I mean? And so I'm trying to wind down. And then I had this incident over there, Houston Bridge channel. I'm like, girl, girl. Jennifer said, right. Probably ain't seen a dick pic, sniffed it, and was upset. She right, Jennifer? Dickmatized through the YouTube screen. I'm like, oh, girl, have you even seen a print, bitch? Are you okay? Child. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Y'all let me. Never have I ever. Bye bye. Oh, let me. Is that what popped up? Child. You, Houston?
My love is like wool. My body's like wool. Hello?
That's definitely. Girl,
Yeah, you
you
know the vibes. What's up?
Girl, I'm gonna be
What's
real
up?
quick because I know you're busy. I knew you was busy, child. But like I
All
was
right,
telling
girl.
everybody, let me give a little
Yeah.
backstory, right? Listen, 30
Okay.
seconds, right?
Yeah.
So last
Right.
night, y'all. After all that stress I went through with Diddy Loop Loop, you know how you get on YouTube and you try to find you a
Mm-hmm.
video, ASMR type video. I don't like the videos where you got the rain,
Yes.
all this and all that,
Right.
right? So we all know Houston
Mm-hmm.
Bred got a soothing voice, right? So she
Okay.
was
Yeah.
on there. Now, when I clicked on Houston Bred, she had been on there for a while, I think. When I clicked on
Right.
the Houston Bred is over
Mm-hmm.
there, Speaking Game, to BL,
Right.
Mac, whatever. And I had never even
It's only
heard BL,
right.
right? I've seen her in the
Uh-huh.
chat, right? But I've never heard her voice, right? So Houston Bred on
Right.
there, she got her little voice on or whatever, you know
Uh-huh. Yeah.
um
Right.
what is her name? Bia got her voice on or whatever. I was like, ooh, I got my headphones in. I don't want to mess with the hubby, you know. And so I'm
Right.
trying to wind down and go sleep. I got my eyes closed because Houston Bred, you have a ASMR type voice, right? Like you really
Uh-huh.
do.
Yeah.
I don't know if you
Right.
do or not. You get on there and read a book, honey, and I'll fall
Mhm.
asleep at night. You got one of them
Period.
voices. And
Mm-hmm.
so they on there talking, having a good conversation, right? Everybody
Mm-hmm.
calm. It ain't no drama,
Right.
y'all, or nothing, right? Then why do Houston
Mm-hmm.
Bray have to click the link? First, you click the link for Jay Dunn,
Right.
right? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so Jay Dunn gets, and I got a bone to pick with Jay Dunn too. Where her little bitty ass at? So Jay Dunn
Oh,
clicks
she
on
around.
get nasty. I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
she was jealous because Houston. I don't know if she got a crush on Houston Bray or just they really cool, or she just wanted to, pick a fight with BL. I don't know what the hell was going on, right? So Jay comes up here changing the whole damn mood, right? And then Houston didn't gonna let her change the mood. I was like, oh Lord, this heifer's one too old for this shit. I don't need this.
Miss
I don't
Oli-
need
but
this.
but Miss Olivia. Okay, first of all, I don't know, but it's something about you. When I saw you were there, I started blushing. I said, Miss O been hearing me talk about eating the coochie cooch.
Okay, let me tell you something. Let me tell you
Oh,
something.
God.
I am I
Uh-huh.
am I am old enough to have
Right.
seen a whole bunch of stuff and heard more.
Uh-huh.
Okay, it ain't nothing that can
Right.
ever come out of your mouth that's gonna shock me. Okay, I got a whole lot of
Uh-huh.
grown nieces and nephews and
Uh-huh.
cousins. Girl,
Right.
girl.
Okay.
I don't
Well, I
I,
mean, but I think like when you have a certain respect for somebody and
I
like you
know.
don't engage with them in that way, I was just kind of like, oh my God, I blushed. I really did.
I
I
know,
blushed.
baby. Here go Jay Dunn.
Yeah.
Jay Dunn, click the damn link. Because I got a
What Jay
problem
Don
with
said.
too. Oh yeah.
But Miss,
But
okay, Miss O, can I
anyway,
tell you something though?
yeah.
I'm gonna do this thing called late night vibes with Houston Bread. And have you
Uh-huh.
heard Almond Brown talk before?
I haven't, no.
Okay, she has a really nice voice, so we're gonna kind of do like a pseudo radio type thing, and we're gonna be
Uh-huh.
playing music like late at night. And she
Uh-huh.
has a nice voice, so I think you'll enjoy that. So I'll try to ping you for that.
Okay, yeah, let me know. You know what I mean? Put it under one of my videos so I can get the, notifications because I don't always be, on or whatever, and YouTube be tripping with them
Okay,
notifications anyway. But
they
let me
really
know.
do, girl.
You guys,
Yeah.
I was liking the conversation, like I said. Jay Dunn, did I drop the link to your little bitty ass? Where you at, girl? I thought I dropped it. So anyway, Jay Dunn gets on there for whatever reason, like
Right.
I said, and she got on
Mhm.
there being, disruptive and shit, you know. And then, and I mean,
But that's Jay. But you got to take the good with the bad with Jay Dunn. She's just that's her.
I don't give a damn, Houston.
Oh,
It was all
huh?
about me. I was trying to go to sleep, bitch. I don't give a damn.
But Miss O, when I saw you were there, I tried to go back to the
It's me,
chill vibes.
Olivia.
But
It's
listen,
me.
Okay, girl.
ooh,
You did what, Houston?
I tried to take it back to the chill vibes. But once the people get riled up, they get riled up, Hunty.
Child, but even you and see, here's the thing. You and Jay Dunn was like, you want me to get on bro code or whatever, you know what I mean? And then you was like, what I mean? Then Jay Dunn kind of chilled out, you know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
motherfucking what's her name? Lovely Love. And I was like, oh fuck this shit. I had it was done. It was done. Okay?
Oh
I was
my
like, well, that's it
God.
for me. Oh well, but Jay Dunn. You
You.
got a bone to pick with your
Uh,
little big ass too. Okay, hold on, y'all. Because Jay Dunn, I didn't motherfucking appreciate how the fuck you messed up my vibe, girl. Girl.
I
What do you
know,
have to
but
say about that,
But the last thing that I want you to do is try to say that I got a crush on Houston Brett.
Oh no, well, hold
No.
on a minute. Hold on.
Yo,
Hey,
what's up, Olivia?
DL,
What's up, baby? Hey, Olivia.
yeah.
Hello. Hey, yo, can you hear
Is
me?
this for real?
What's up?
I said, is this you for real?
Yeah, it's me. I'm just coming up here to talk to Houston Bread.
Okay, go ahead, baby, because your voice sounded really
Who is
extra deep.
this?
Well, I'm trying to sound real sexy for my baby, Houston Bread.
Oh,
Oh,
that's my ex.
What's
You
up?
That's
going
my
hit him.
ex.
Oh no, that's Duchess Kelly Love.
Yeah,
I
He
I'm
play
trying to.
way too much.
His voice is extra deep, y'all.
Yeah, I'm
Hey,
just trying
Daddy,
to.
how you doing?
What's up,
Hey,
baby? How you
Daddy,
doing? So,
I'm
what's going
chilling.
on with you and Jay Dunn? I mean, I'm trying to find out what the fuck going on.
Can you
Ooh.
come? Can you come fight her for me?
Uh-oh.
No, I don't fight
Oh,
little boys. I got dudes got to be taller than her. I don't fight little short dudes.
okay.
But
Well,
what's
how do you
going?
know how tall I am?
Oh, yeah, I can got it from the pictures I saw when you was down in Orlando, baby. I saw how short you were. You know, you
I'm 5'5" actually. But
you
either way,
Oh.
you just a little taller than a table leg. You know what's going on. But Jay Dunn,
Not a table
huh?
leg.
Jay Dunn, what's going on? Why you up here? Are you trying to mac with Houston Bread?
Get her,
Absolutely
Daddy. Get her.
not. No,
Oh,
Get
okay.
her,
absolutely
Daddy.
not.
Oh, okay.
Olivia was trying to say that I had a crush on Houston Brad because I had got up there and said something about BL. But
Yeah,
What?
BL done been played up in my face for the last 3 years.
yeah,
And
yeah,
so
yeah.
I
What
jumped
happened
up
for
there
the
and I said something.
Oh,
mm.
okay.
So,
You know,
Jay, you admitted you got a little Love Jones going on too, right?
For who?
Yo,
I love Jones for who?
look, for Houston Red.
Absolutely not.
all right.
Oh,
That's all I want to. I just want to go and make sure. Ain't shit
You
going on
better
with that now.
regulate. You better regulate
You
with your
know.
fine ass.
So, Houston Bread, you got me, baby.
Uh huh.
Miss
Uh huh.
Olivia, I'll holler at you later. Jay Dunn,
thank you.
know your place, baby.
Uh-oh.
That's a real
Uh-oh.
Oh, no,
man. Okay.
All right,
no,
y'all.
no, no, I understand, Duchess. Thank you.
Bye, bye, Daddy Duchess.
All right,
Bye.
baby. Y'all take care. Bye.
Okay.
You sound
All right.
extra
See you
hetero
later.
today, Judges.
He is so sexy to me. He really
Yeah,
is.
he sounded extra hetero today. He just put that Mac voice on. I'm like, what?
Miss, oh girl, if I went that way, he would be first in line. Okay. Rawr.
I know Dutch is too grown for his own damn good. Okay, but anyway, Jay Dunn, look, and Houston Bread got to go in a minute, but I felt like Jay Dunn, you felt the way because Houston Bread was having a good convo with BL, and you wanted to come up here and start trolling to sidestep the conversation. I could be wrong, but I was just saying. But since it's Friday and we was talking about Love Jones, I figured I'd throw that in there, Jay Dunn.
Oh yeah, well, Olivia, you have mistakenly thrown that up in there.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that
But
don't
see,
stick.
what happened was I mistakenly threw that up in there, Jay Dunn, because you mistakenly on purpose disturbed me falling asleep, honey.
Well, I didn't know that you was there falling asleep. I clicked on Houston Brad link and I saw BL up there, and I saw whenever I clicked on the video, BL was up there, and she was talking about sushi and things like that. And I know BL is ghetto. She ghetto as the fuck. So I'm like, okay, girl, ain't no way. And my thing is on bro code, I ain't gonna let my bro lower her credit score off of any puss. That's all I'm saying.
Well, Jay Dunn, what the hell did that have to do with me trying to go to sleep?
Well, that's the only reason why I stepped in. I wasn't trying to get Houston bread. I promise you, I don't want it.
But Jay Dunn,
She
Anybody?
didn't want. She didn't want me to get
Jay
pussy
Dunn,
whipped.
Jay Dunn. Even
Uh
after
huh.
I put in the chat that I was trying to go to sleep and y'all messing up in the vibe, Jay Dunn, you still continue. And I put it in the chat before you said that thing about bro code. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, no, but Olivia, I apologize to you. I said my bad.
You just don't have no respect for your elders, Jay Dunn. And as old
Okay.
people, we need our sleep.
Right.
I
Yeah.
said my bad. What more do you want me to say?
What
Nothing.
more do
I'm
you
just pick-
want
you know
from
I'm just pick-
me?
Jay Dunn, I'm just picking with you, right? Like for real, right?
Oh yeah, no, I know. But
Okay.
no, no, I understand, Olivia. But no, I just jumped up there because I'm listening to BL talking all this mess to Houston Bread. And I'm like, Houston Bread, you better know who you're dealing with.
Uh-huh. And Ed was just right. He said, but and Olivia speaks, then lovely love start. I know, right? And that really, even when Jay Dunn was up there, it was still tolerable. You know, I'm not even gonna lie. So Jay Dunn got his voice note, it was cool. Then lovely love came up there with her drunk motherfucking ass, and it was I had to click off after that. I was like, girl,
Miss
you know,
O,
you
you
got
are so shady. You're really a master at it, though.
who man? You said you
Yes,
was
you.
after that
Oh,
happened, now after Lovely Love got up there, she was doing whatever the fuck she was doing. It was over after that, and I was like, you know what? Next time I talk to Houston Brett, I'm going to tell her to control her chat better when
oh
I
my
am in there and
God.
I am trying to go to sleep.
You really charging me the F up. I will. Anytime I see you, we're gonna have to straighten out the furniture, get the water out, get the grape, get the cheese. Girl.
I'm saying,
Like,
you was worried about the wrong thing, Houston Brett. You was worried
right,
about seeing eating pussy and all of this and all
right.
that, and I'm simply
Uh-huh.
worried about the vibe. I
Oh
don't care.
no, but
You
but
could have
but
been
Miss
talking
O,
about.
with all due respect, if you worried about eating pussy, that's never the wrong thing. Mm-mm.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You worried about saying that. You said like I
Right.
felt the way I understand talk about eating pussy, and you in the chat. I'm
Uh-huh.
like, no, you worried about the wrong thing. What you need
Oh,
to be
okay,
worried
okay.
about. That's what I'm saying. What
Uh-huh.
you need to be worried about is messing up the
Right.
vibe when you're trying to go to sleep.
Right. Right.
You could have been talking
Right.
about, you could have been talking
Uh-huh.
about cleaning the carpet. You and
Right.
BL,
Which
and
I
even
do.
Jay
Which I do
Dunn.
with my tongue. Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay, right. And I would have been good with
Right.
it. I wasn't worried about that.
Oh,
I was worried
oh,
about
so
the vibe.
you enjoy that kind of conversation? Like you be rocking with it?
So
I'm really
Houston Brad,
listening. I was listening to see here. The thing is, I was listening to the sensory, the tone, the binary. You know what I mean? That's why people
Right.
listen to their more videos,
Okay.
right? And so that is
Uh-huh.
really, it wasn't even about the conversation. Is what I'm trying to tell you.
Right.
It was about you and
Gotcha.
BL's voice.
Yes.
but so
Okay.
Houston Brad, she is essentially saying
Yes, sir.
that you probably shouldn't have let me up there.
No, no, no. Well,
No.
yeah, yeah. You and Lovely
No.
Love. Uh,
Well, but Miss O, I
Jay
know we're
Dunn.
playing around, but Jay Dunn had always let me on her panel. So I know people like
Yeah.
don't like it or whatever, but I just gotta extend the
Yeah.
same courtesy. That's my
I know,
nigga.
but don't take it seriously, Jay Dunn. I'm playing like for real. It's
She's playing
Friday,
around too.
and I
Right. We
really
chilling.
honestly don't mean that. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna leave it alone, Jay Dunn. But I think y'all are so cute, and ain't nobody got time to be taking it seriously. You know what I mean? Like for real, Jay
Miss
Dunn.
O,
Don't.
you're giving me some ideas though. For real.
You really do have a good
But like
ASMR voice.
people keep saying that. I don't want to do it, but people keep saying it.
You
But
should.
Jay Dunn is not attracted to like my type. Like, that would be like a sausage
Yeah.
party.
I get it. You know what I mean? I get it. I'm just playing
My
around with
sis,
it.
my sis, my sis be dating models.
Okay.
So
Hey, Lady Tia, how
or
you
my
doing?
bro.
So you saying you ain't the film type? Is that what the deal? Ain't that what you call it?
Okay, Miss O
Yeah,
know on the gay lingo.
Girl,
yeah, no,
you
no,
too
Houston
old.
Brad is not film at all, Olivia. So no,
Okay.
she would not be my type whatsoever.
Oh,
But
okay.
if she want to go to the strip club, we can go and see what
Okay.
type of bitches up in there. But
Oh my
you
god.
know,
Okay.
so that's all I'm saying, Olivia.
I get you, Jada. I ain't Lady Tia. I don't know if I said it, but yeah. I mean, I get it. On the for real tip, you like the fit. Now, see, let me tell you something. This guy I
Uh-huh.
know used to be right. So
Uh-huh.
months ago, I was talking about Big Dodge Ramsey over there, right? And I was calling her what was I talking? I was talking about her and old girl's alleged relationship or hookup or whatever it was, right? And then I was saying that if I were attracted to women, I would
Mhm.
like the type of woman that's like real pretty with the real pretty dresses
Mhm.
and I guess film whatever, right? So
Yeah, film. Mhm.
I understand what you're talking about because I'm very dominant. You know what I mean? So if I were
Right.
gay, I would
Ooh.
probably be like
Uh-uh. Ooh.
you and Jay Dunn. Honestly.
Oh, so you part of the bro code? You saying you would bend these bitches over?
If I was gay, I probably would.
Okay, sis, let's get it.
I mean,
And
just
this one thing that I gotta say, Olivia, and then I'm gonna drop off of here. But no, at the end of the day, I'm older than Houston Bred. So I do
okay.
feel like I have more lesbian experience than she does.
Uh-huh.
That's what I believe.
Am I going
So
down? Oh,
Yeah,
whenever I
you
come
are.
in, I say something. Yeah, I'm older than Houston Bred by like 3 years or something. 2 or 3
uh-huh.
years. And so I just be trying to give her advice. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I understand. Yeah, I'm just kidding, Jay Dunn. It wasn't that deep. It's Friday. You know what I mean? I wouldn't disrespect you like that. I just really enjoyed it. I really was trying to go to sleep though, until it got all hyped up. You know what I mean? Like I said, I could deal with you, Jay Dunn, or whatever, but when that goddamn lovely love got up there, that was just it. I had to click off after that. You know what I mean? And I
Oh my
said the next time I see Houston Bread, I'm gonna call her butt to the court because how dare she mess up my
At least
vibe.
my butt. At least my butt is tight and cute though, so I don't mind it.
I don't even give a damn about your butt, girl. I just worry
Oh,
about your
okay.
voice.
I'm so
Yeah,
tickled.
but Olivia, thank you for having me up. I'm gonna drop back
Yeah.
down.
Okay.
But thank you. Okay.
Bye, Jay Dunn.
Right.
Bye.
But anyway, Houston, go on and drop off. I know you're busy, but I just want to tell you that. But
Yeah.
tell you, but if that were the case in an alternate lifestyle, I guess I'd be like you and Jay
Uh-huh.
Dunn. Okay, I can
Okay,
see.
I have like four. Oh, what were you talking about with the Love Jones thing? Like, cause whenever I come
Oh,
into you, I just say hi. Girl, I did not mean to say come into you, but when I come to your lives, I just be saying hi. So I didn't really know what you were talking about.
you tried to slip that one in, didn't you? You can't help yourself, could you?
I'm crying. I'm crying.
Girl, you
Oh,
a
girl, what are
fool
you
is what
talking
you
about
are. You a
though?
mess. You a hot mess is
Hey,
what you are.
I'm a fool. What did I
You a hot.
say?
You're not a fool. I
Uh,
mean, you acting crazy. That's all. That's
oh no,
just country link.
I'm not a hot mess.
But
I'm just
no,
hot. I'm just hot.
well,
Mhm.
all right, you go, girl. I ain't mad at you though. We all have to know who we are.
Period.
You know, like I know exactly who I am. Gay,
Exactly.
straight, or indifferent. I know who
Right.
I am. I'm gay, straight,
There
and
and there we
indifferent, and
have
I'm
it.
because I know who I am. You know,
Exactly. That's all that matters. Uh-huh.
that's all that
Yeah.
matters. That's real talk right there. Houston Bread. That's all that matters. You know. And so, but what I was
And
talking about
that's real
was,
talk, Miss. Oh.
yeah,
Uh-huh. Sorry, it's a little bit of a
yeah.
delay. Go ahead. And you are going in and out though, Miss O. You're going in and out.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me try to fix this. You know, I be on the phone, child, and there be a lot going on. Let me know if
Yeah.
this better right here. Is this better?
Yeah, it's like you're good for like 2 seconds and then it goes out for 2 seconds and it comes back for 2 seconds.
I don't know if it's StreamYard or if it's my phone. I don't know, but
Do you
I'm
want to
sorry
try to
though.
refresh it?
No, it's gonna have to do for right now, child. Because if I refresh it, I'll click the
Okay.
whole live off without saying bye. I'm not that
That's true.
technologically
Okay.
advanced, child.
I
But
got
anyway,
you.
let me tell you
Okay.
when you asked me about the question, about
Hmm.
what I meant by Love Jones is when I first came on, I was talking about a conversation that me, Seven Stars, and Kwani had with Dee Loopy last night on Seven Stars channel because she fell in love with the content creator by the XZX. He had a couple of conversations with her on the phone, and honey, she was in love. She said, we was jealous of her because he was in love with her. And girl, the whole time he was running game on her for information. That's what I was talking about.
Oh, I definitely peeped. I love like it's certain people here, like when they're paired up with other people, I really like their energy. And you,
Yeah.
Seven, and Kwani have me cackling. Y'all are so funny together.
I was just having
Y'all
a
are so
good
funny.
time.
Yeah.
I was having a good
Miss O,
time.
I mean, I like you when you're in rah, rah, but I really like you when you just be chilling out. I really do.
Yeah. Yeah, I be trying to, cut down on the rah, but I got a bad temper. Sometimes I get annoyed real quick. You know what I mean? But I was trying to be calm with that lady, but
Yeah.
child, she kept going and kept going and kept going. I was like, "Oh, girl, are you okay?" Because we all got something
Well,
going on in our head, But she was just too
right.
much. She was all the way delusionary. Okay, all the way.
Yeah.
But
I don't know
anyway,
how
child,
much you self-disclose, but Are you like the? I have one quick question before I go for my meeting. But are you like the eldest child?
I am.
Yeah, I'm really good at reading people, and you give me that kind of energy because like you just give me very natural leader, don't really give a fuck niggas vibes, and I rock with it.
Yeah. That goes with,
Yeah.
like you said, it goes with you knowing who you are, good, bad, and ugly. You know who
Mm-hmm.
you are. When you are
Mm-hmm.
comfortable with yourself, you don't worry about other
Mm-hmm.
superficial whatever. You all about you when you know who you are. Nobody can't tell you
Right.
about you when you know who you are, I guess. But anyway, baby, you have a good
Yeah.
weekend. Go to your meetings.
Yes,
Thank you for
ma'am.
coming to
Okay.
Kiki with me. I really
Absolutely.
appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am.
But next time I hear one of your good videos that's just chill, I'm just gonna drop down and say,
Yeah.
keep it right there. You're doing good right now. Don't
Period.
change it up.
Okay. And I got and
Period.
we'll have the grapes. We'll have the grapes, the wine, and the cheese ready for you. Okay.
Come through, Houston. All right, girl. Have a good one.
Okay. All right. Bye.
All right, bye bye, baby. Hey, on site, how you doing, girl? But yeah, y'all, I'm sorry I had to get Lady Tia said I'm the baby and considered the firecracker because I'm hell at 5'1". Lady Tia, I can't believe you shorter than me. That is incredible. I very rarely meet anybody that's shorter than me, like honestly. Did I say hey to onside April? But anyway, y'all, I got sidetracked. I did because I seen Houston Bread drop down in the chat, honey, and I really was on some I'm trying to go to sleep stuff last night. And then the whole vibe changed. I was like, oh Lord, oh Lord. Oh, Tabby Kissing, don't y'all try to be convert Miss O. Child. Miss O ain't going. Miss O's the Mister ain't going. Okay, somebody needs to turn off her Wi-Fi at Oro. Oh, I don't know what that's about, but yeah, y'all. Child. But anyway, I thought I dropped it. Did I drop the link in the chat? If anybody else since I'm on here want to drop, that's pretty much all I had to talk about. I want to talk about Dee Dee Loop Loop and her dang on Love Jones, and she made a confession, non-confession last night. She won't admit to herself that she was in love with that man. Child. Ooh, child. We talking about Loop Loop. Yeah, I got you, Monroe. You shorter than me, Donna. Woo, Miss Donna, you are shorter than me. At 4'11". I think my baby sister about 4'11". Mm-hmm. Child. Like I said, I thought I was short at 5'3", child, but evidently not. Ooh. Like Tia said, Lovely just wanted to cuss. So we let her get it out. Child. But after she was cool and almost turned by. What? Before it was over. You kidding me, Lady Tia? Because I got for real left after all that popped off. You know what I'm saying? Jay Dunn was tolerable, but when Lovely Love got up, I was like, oh, time to go. Time to go. Oh, no, ma'am. No, thank you. No, ma'am. Ooh, and no disrespect to her. It was just like, I really was trying to fall asleep, Lady Tia. Like I really was. I really was. And on site April, girl, I seen that video you did the other day when they was fighting on your street. I said, look at outside April running the neighborhood. She was running the kids. I said, on site said she is not having it. Okay. She is not having it. Y'all need to go on somewhere with that stuff. On site, girl, you reminded me of myself. I be sitting out on my porch drinking my coffee, smoking my dang on cigarettes, and I ain't trying to hear all that extra drama, child, when I'm out there trying to chill. Ain't nobody got time for that. So I was feeling you on that video on site. I said, Lord, Lady Tia said, yes. Yes, she said she would let a one. Oh, no, she didn't. No, she didn't. Child, Well, maybe she like Houston Bread voice too, child. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, it was very interesting. On site said, did you see the one that drove Skunkfish crazy? I don't think I did. On site, what happened? I don't think I did. Child, I be in and out. Ooh, honey. What happened, April? Child. But yeah, it was a good little conversation last night. It was very interesting. I think that there were a lot of revelations. I think that a lot of the times people really do lie to themselves. And I'm talking about that Dee Loop situation. That lady is whole delusionary, okay? She not delusional, she is delusionary. You know what I mean? But Dee girl, look, you're gonna have to stop lying to yourself and purge yourself of that fantasy. That man said he don't want you no more. He said he didn't ever want you in the first place, girl. So don't get mad at everybody else, okay? Get mad at you, cause we didn't do it, okay? Is this you on site? Hold on, let me click the link. I know this on site. I don't be wanting to put that banner up. It'd be a lot.
This
I
man,
don't know. This on site.
hey, can you hear me?
I can. How you doing?
I'm good. You know where I challenged that bitch? It was hashtag Bodygate.
Oh yeah. No, wait a minute. I did hear about that. And she didn't ever accept the challenge, did she?
Yes, she did. She went live
Oh, she did.
in a push-up and her titties was fighting the push-up.
Oh Lord. I
But the
heard
challenge,
about that.
but the challenge was 2-piece stand your fat, funky, bad, cheese-filled whole ass up, bitch.
Girl. Did she stand up?
Hell no.
Well, then she didn't take the challenge.
And I challenge Club Can't Get Right and Pussy Boy Bradley and anybody in 101 Debo Dag and Damnation. Y'all couldn't find one bitch to come for me and my body.
Girl. Well, you know everybody ain't got it like you on site, for real. Maybe they felt intimidated.
Go get them. It's the video where I say Fi Babe remember and Pussy Boy Bradley remember. It's that video.
Well,
And
I'm
I
gonna go look.
challenged that. I was drunk as hell. I was drunk as Cooter Brown.
Was you feeling good on site?
Yes, we were vibing. You know we were dancing. You know we were playing music. And then I did a video to Leah when I said Fi Babe go get. And I did a video to Leah and I had my American Bully Mercedes come out and do Fi Babe dance and she did it better than her.
Uh-oh.
My dog.
Oh, you girl, not your dog.
She built better than her.
I think I seen one of your little doggies on the video when you was out on the porch. I was talking about when you was getting at them kids out there trying to fight.
Yeah, them my boys. That was them the three amigos.
Oh, I can tell you love your babies.
Oh yes, baby. I show them. I breed them. Those they replace my children.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially when all the kids grow up and leave the nest, you know?
Right. And she
Yes.
heard me tell one of the nephews because the guys over there, all of them call me auntie, and she heard me tell one of because he was like, auntie, my dogs don't bark. You know how a dog will run across the yard at somebody and bark and then try to
Yeah.
bite them? My dogs
Yeah.
don't bark. They creep up on you and they just
Yep.
bite you. They don't
Yeah.
bark.
Yeah, that's how my
And if you watch that video of them fighting, when he walked over there, they were looking at him like, nigga, that'll be just far enough. That's far enough. Stay right there.
exactly
So,
thing right there.
so this dumb Pennzoil 30 weight oily face bitch heard me say, yeah, my ex-husband taught my dogs to keep men from around me. And he did. He trained those three to not let men around me. They'll let children in my yard. They'll let children pet them through the gate. They'll let women pet them. But guys, they go straight to the gate and like back up.
Yeah.
So she told me, ex-husband, bitch, you the only one didn't know, bitch. Everybody else, what the fuck? And what do that mean, bitch? What do that mean, ho? Because like I did to Leah, I showed her. Do you see my yard, bitch? Do you see my house? Do you see my brand new truck my ex-husband bought me? Well, let me turn to the left. Do you see his car too? See, that's what a real get when she leave a nigga. She get it all, bitch. When she stop fucking, when he try the wrong bitch, she get it all, bitch. Now, what did leave you? A leaking pussy in a dry purse? Huh? What Tam left you, bitch, and went back to his wife? Because you always be second, third, and the last option, bitch.
I'm never the second choice. I'm always the first choice. So I feel you on that. Seven. Did you see Seven's live last night on site?
I had to go watch the replay because I clicked on it and then I fell a goddamn sleep. But I think you and Seven and Kwani need to do something once a week or some shit.
Okay.
Opinions on shit. Because what I heard when I did click on, but I had done took my medicine, I went to sleep. I was like, damn. But I'm gonna go watch the replay behind it. Y'all was getting it. That goddamn Steve Urkel, that damn Dee Loop, that murder Urkel bitch, Lord Jesus, the po thing. She is really obsessed. ZX better watch himself.
Okay, she gonna take a flight.
Landering around him.
Okay, she gonna.
I think his philanthropy. I'm telling you, I think his philandering done turned around and it's gonna bite him in his ass because that bitch obsessed with that man.
Yes, she is. Well,
Thank
Seven
you,
said, on site, Seven says ZX is mad at us, honey. Is he mad at us, Seven? What we do?
y'all.
What
Yeah,
he mad?
Trey, she came at me, Trey, and that's what I told her. She looked just like Steve Urkel, and she sound like Steve Urkel. And she called herself talking about, oh, I'm gonna call the FBI and I'm gonna call the animal whatever on you in Florida. Bitch, when I got through talking to my people at the animal control, they was like, oh, okay, what's her name? I gave them her whole name, her whole address, all of that. They put a case number on her ass because see, Florida don't play that shit.
What?
Animals are like children. Animals are like children.
Right, but on site, what's she coming through for? I didn't hear about this. The FBI and the government.
She came at me when she first left Skunkfish over there. And like I told that bitch, girl, I don't play by my motherfucking dogs. Is you crazy, bitch? These my children. All my babies are registered, and I'm registered with the United Kennel Club. And honey, when I got through with animal control, they put a case number under that bitch name, and anybody that called with fake allegations or abuse of my animals, they were gonna add to her case. So I told everybody, please call. Be dumb enough to call, bitch, because I don't fucking play about my motherfucking babies, bitch. She stopped that shit.
I know that's right on site. Seven, can you hit the link to tell us why ZX is mad at us? Because I didn't, because you know I don't go to his channel. I just want to know what he mad about. We didn't do nothing to him. Shit.
Back the fuck up off. And even when you call the Florida Animal Control, they have the recording that tell you if you calling about something online, we do not deal with that. You have to go and get a police report and a lawyer. They tell them do not call them with that.
Yeah.
Because you know, right, animals are like children. They call CPS with all that fake shit, phony shit, bullshit. Girl, please. And she, oh, and I'm gonna call to help you because you a criminal, bitch. Suck a dick hole. Let me tell you something, bitch. I ain't been illegal in 30 years, bitch. I don't even know how to be illegal no more. I done been legal so long, you raggedy bitch.
Sure. I didn't have no idea that went on site. My God, everybody want to call somebody. I'm like, why don't they leave these government agencies alone? I never seen so many sensitive black folks wanting to call the authorities on people. Is that all they okay?
I couldn't wait for them to pull that bullshit with me because, bitch, I called on my goddamn self, but I'm getting me a police report number. And, bitch, you going to get fraudulent reports and everything on your ass.
Is this you, Stephanie?
Yeah, it's me. I'm at the salon right now. I'm under the haircut, so I don't know if you guys can hear me.
I can hear you. What is ZX Matters about, Sarah?
I only caught like the beginning of the video, but he was pretty much going off. He was upset because he felt like we had Deirdre up there and we didn't lock her down, pretty much. Like, we didn't hit her with facts. First of all, the live really wasn't even about Deirdre. It was about you, DX, and your mishap with having Jason over in the beef sector. That's number one. Number two, if you wanted to lock somebody down, then you or one of your slew of bitches could have came up there. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Nobody
Is
has
it
the link.
TJ Wilson?
Yeah, and you know what? They didn't even put it in the chat. I mean, if we was looking for, okay, if we were sitting up there looking for information on, pretty much they were saying that Deirdre was feeding information to ZX about us. I didn't know off the top of my head who it was, and it sounds like they didn't know who it was either, because he had to resort back to the email to find out who it was. He could have easily put that information in the chat, but he kept saying,
Right.
we're not content, and Nikki's not coming up there to battle. You had 2 pit bulls up there. She's not coming up there to battle. I'm like, wait, what? So he was just very mad. But just to be clear, that live was not about Deirdre. That was about you. Deirdre just happened to come up there towards the end, and you had questions for her.
Right,
Well,
right. I mean, and then I think that, but I mean,
Watkins, right?
and it was about ZX. It wasn't about her. And then, all his females are scared to come up. Hey, Jay Wilson.
Love Jones.
Ooh,
I
Lord.
gotta
Ooh, Lord.
love Jones. Yes, come on, Bless. Bless is trying to take that spot over. Come on, women with the slips. Come on, girls. Baby, the Golden Girls are trying to take over, okay? Come
Oh,
on.
Lord.
You know what? ZX reminds me of Jonathan on Colonial Penn. Tell me more, Jonathan. Come on, Jonathan. Okay, I'm here for you, Miss O.
Oh, thank you, Jay Wilson. 7. Why was City going so crazy?
But Miss Olivia 7, she got mad because Bless Watkins went up on ZX panel.
Now, I heard, and I couldn't get a clear reading on that because I personally didn't hear Bless Watkins over there. However, people in the chat were saying she was lying. Then I think ZX confirmed that Bless Watkins was over there. So I'm still very confused about that.
She went up to tell him about Jason, I think, or something. I don't know. I wasn't there. But Murder Urkel thought she was, I guess, flirting with ZX or whatever. Girl, she went in on Miss Bless Watkins.
She mad at Bless Watkins, too?
For going up on
anybody that talk to ZX, she gonna have a problem with whether you beefing with him or just on his panel or having a conversation with him. If you say his name, honey, if you say his name, she gonna have a problem with it. Okay?
That is the word. That's the word on the street. That if anybody, I think they said she had a problem with Kimmy. She had a problem with Demetria. Like anybody who goes up there to talk to him, that she supposedly has like a problem with it.
Well, Bless, I saw it. So, because Bless said it's Cedria. She said it's Cedria again on that. So, I was rolling. She said it's Cedria. Come on, outside April. She said, let me reiterate it's Cedria. So, anyway, let me tell you, she got up there and ZX started saying, hey, yeah, this Bless is the good woman. And Bless, I guess, got real touched in her spirit. And she said, see ya, right? And how Bless talk, right? And so she said, because I wasn't saying it was you. No. And she was, trying to make sure her name was clear. But why, Bless, why is you always clearing your name? It's always something with you, Bless. So anyway, Bless went up there. And so ZX was really kind of giving Bless some compliments and some people in the room, and Doodoo Loop Loop didn't care for that. So they're coming for Bless now, but Bless trying to take that spot, okay? Bless trying to take that spot.
No, she not, Jay Wilson.
She trying to take that spot on the slick. Come on now. She trying to take that spot on the slick. You don't have to be a star, baby, to be in my show. Yes, Bless, you better come on.
In the bushes watching, and now she gonna be like, oh, Jay Wilson, so that's what she doing. You gonna have her stalking Bless. Don't do that. Come on now, Jay Wilson, don't do that.
Bless went over there though. Let me say this. You know how them people are.
Jason, though.
Look, you know how them people are. You can go up there for the right reason. If them women think that you trying to comfort a ZX, baby, they come at it. I mean, come on. The man only told Doodoo Loop Loop that he thought she had good content, and she was funny, and she took it that I love you and you love me. So you know it ain't no stability over there on site, April. I don't know why y'all trying to play. Bless did herself a disservice for even stepping her ankles over there. I'm just saying.
But Jay Wilson, did you see Miss Olivia 7 and Kwani live?
No, I gotta see it. I have to see it. I've been dealing with Tim Blaine, and I've been dealing with what's that boy named ZT and them crab legs over there, baby. I've been dealing with crab leg gate over there, so I ain't got to see it yet.
Well, honey, the part that I had clicked on, honey, she told Miss Olivia and 7 and Kwani, y'all just jealous because I was in a mean entanglement. Bitch, I like to dodge. She said she's jealous because she was in a mean entanglement with Z. Did she say it, 7? Did she say it?
Listen, it went left towards the end, and if another thing that's a huge factor is my mic actually went out in the middle of the broadcast, so I had to come in on my phone, and we all know the microphone on my phone ain't shit. So I'm sitting up there, and I actually clicked her off the live because she needed a break, to be honest. So she immediately left backstage. But yeah, Kwani was giving her that work. Kwani was giving her that work, and to be honest, I don't have a problem with that because you came up there and you were being disingenuous. Like you was really like, lady, you know, Deirdre, was you really sitting up there saying that you wasn't feeding people information? Like she kept saying that.
And then told her,
I'm looking at an email from ZX, and ZX, you know, she's talking about Olivia's a scammer. She's an old scammer.
Damn.
And I don't even know what I'm a scammer. What do I be scamming?
But she was giving that man information. She threw the whole spectrum away just to get some imaginary pain. So that's what she did over there. And Dee Loop, we still wait for them receipts to come. Because, girl, you was giving us Harvard and Yale and Oxford receipts. Girl, we need receipts to be simple, girl. Receipts should be simple. Receipts should be that complicated, girl. You did most of Olivia Pope couldn't even figure out what you was trying to say. You just do too much over there, Dee Loop Loop. And the thing is, I think you brilliant and I think you intelligent, and that's the scary part because you ain't a dumb crazy person. You a smart crazy person, and that's even crazy. That's all I'm saying.
I can see her driving with
listen to this, y'all. Tabitha Winter said folks running over there telling her you all doxing her. Doxing what?
Oh my God.
And then about what do I'm trying to DD, baby, are you confused? What do I scam? I don't even ask people for cash if they want to donate. They donate, or I don't sell nothing. I'm not trying to take up no money for no GoFundMe, for no you know, what do you call it?
The email. The email I saw Jay Wilson is a scammer. Olivia is an old scammer, and she said something else about somebody else, and I was just like, ugh.
All in the name of trying to get that man's attention, and now you left all out in the cold looking foolish, and that man think you crazy, and for what? See, again, this is what you get. Y'all will throw y'all section away for 5 pieces of silver, and that's the whole thing over there. So nobody don't really feel sorry for you, but you got to really because he got you looking stupid over there. Now he talking about you like a whole dog. But yeah, this is what you do. I just, you know, and really the only reason I'm talking about you now is because this has happened. But really, this is probably about the best thing that happened to you to get some views because nobody was coming over there with crazy tail in the first place.
Right.
Well, that's what ZX get. I could see Murder Urkel with a diaper on, driving from Cali to Philly, and nonstop.
Okay.
Not only that, Miss Onsite April. What is really strange to me about the situation is that, and this is why I think Bless need to hold back because Bless still got some of that residual from monthly supporting that boy. So she just need to step back a little bit. She just need to hold on back a little bit. And then not only ZX, then you got that other boy who's problematic. So it seems like she just gets into problematic relationships. And Dee Loop the same thing. So I see a pattern, or as one of my friends said, pattern going on here. So on site, what you think about that?
I am not going to talk to you about my auntie Bless. I'm going on mute.
Look, let me tell you something on site. We from Florida. I don't know why you playing. Okay, we from Florida on site. Let me come down there to South Florida. Come on now.
Come on, goddamn it, so we can go out and hang out, goddamn it. You can let them know that bitch not only fine, she can dance too, goddamn it.
Okay, you know I'm coming down there for Christmas, so I might have to take you up on that.
Yeah, but I can't believe he was sitting up there saying that about us. He was like, you dumb bitches, y'all had her up there and y'all didn't even lock her down and you let Deirdre get away and tell all them lies. And I said, first of all, we don't work for you. We're not your bottom bitches. See, you got those and you didn't even send them out to come and defend your honor. Why? Because you were scared they was going to come up on that panel and get put in a chokehold. So don't come talking to us about why didn't you click the link, ZX?
Exactly.
Protector and everybody. Yeah, how come you didn't pull up? You know what I mean? Like anybody could have did it. Oh, Nikki's too classy to be over there with you. Okay, fine. Why you didn't come?
Okay. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. But I'm not even surprised because we know he a misogynistic asshole. He probably has out of his mind, just like Dee Loop Loop. Really, they're a match made in heaven, because they're both crazy, delusional.
We don't work for him. Yeah, he's just as crazy as she is. I mean, if she's sitting up there, funneling all this information over to a guy, right? To a guy who she didn't even know for, 2 weeks. And now you're sitting up here releasing all of those voicemails like you're doing God's work out here. You know what I mean? Like it was all a money grab. Let's just be clear. And when you didn't get the money, you got frustrated. You started ignoring her. She reacted, and that was the one excuse you had to get rid of her, and that's what you did.
Exactly. Okay, Jay Wilson, thank you for coming up. Look,
I'm getting ready to head out, Miss Olivia, but Dee Loop, you better watch it because Dovey is on your trail. She said Loop. She said you better watch it. Dovey is on your trail. You don't want Dovey on your trail, baby. She already done got me on chicken charges, baby. I'm already
in her wheelchair, her electric wheelchair.
Okay, but yeah, you're right, Sam. Why did he? And thank you, Pastor, for
he want to be over there. He want to be drinking the Phi Babe Kool-Aid, talking about, well, at least Phi Babe, goes through the receipts thoroughly. And I'm like, wait a minute, did you forget that Phi Babe totally lied and was completely biased in your situation with you and Cookie? Did you forget about that when her and Cookie were cool? Like, don't even talk to me. I mean, he's just fake as fraudulent as the rest of them.
Okay.
He gonna find a rabbit cooking on the
now he's grasping for straws. He's looking for friends. He's looking for allies. You know what I mean?
That's what it is. That's the reason why he used Loop like that. That's why he always overstepping. You know what I mean? And he's crazy. And he really think he can run somebody. But you was a punk. You was acting like a punk. You wouldn't let them females come up there and say nothing. You was scared to say something. Because what happened was he got caught in his shit with Jason. Can we go back to that? That was the reason why he wouldn't click the link, because he couldn't explain that away. What did he say about this?
So now he's trying to flip the narrative and make it seem like it was him and about Deirdre. That life wasn't about you or Deirdre. Matter of fact, I've been said I was off of that. Like I said, she came up there and you wanted to ask her some questions. That life was completely about the ex. It had nothing to do, you know what I mean? And then I put the moderator's name in there only because she came and left a little snobby comment. But it wasn't not, we gave her every opportunity to come up there and have a conversation. Like I said, she couldn't step into the gauntlet, so you get to know respect over here.
Right.
Period. Safe places like honest chat and stuff, which I understand, but this whole, you got to respect these queens and you got to do that. All of that stuff is overrated. Like, who are you to respect?
Child, nobody.
Anything worth respecting.
Exactly.
Listen now.
Exactly. Then you a punk and nobody don't respect the punk. You know, you are the females that was over there because you couldn't even click the link and defend yourself. But like Seven said, the whole conversation really wasn't about Dee Dee Loop Loop. It was about the fact that you let that dude up on your panel, and like she said, you want to change the narrative. You know what I mean? And you don't want nobody talking about the fact that you let that dude up on your panel. You know, and then you found out that he was a racist. I heard your audio, Seven, when you was. I had never heard, like I said last night, that audio that you played him saying the N word or whatever. I had never heard that audio, and they were saying it had been out for a while, but I don't be checking for that fool. So I had never heard that audio. But he didn't want to hit the link because he didn't want to answer for that. That's why he didn't want to hit the link. But you get on your channel, you talk all this big boy shit, about something that really is not relevant at all. Because at the end of the day, don't nobody care about you in DD Loop Loop relationship, imaginary relationship. You trying to be a broke down ass pimp
We
when
don't
you
care
know your
about your
dick can't get
relationship.
hard
We
no more
don't care about
anyway.
the lack of a relationship. We don't care if it never existed. We don't care about none of that. We
Right.
only care about the egregious mishap that you had when you had that racist on your goddamn panel. That's all we
Exactly.
care about.
Exactly.
With your bald
Exactly.
headed, tip tube, gray bearded ass.
Okay.
Who you talking to? You know what I
Exactly.
mean? And he's sitting up there disrespecting you, disrespecting Kwani, like y'all just some wild animals. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't talk to them like that. That just burns my blood. Like, he's a man of a particular age. He's 55. He wouldn't want nobody talking to his mother like that. He's sitting up there disrespecting y'all, calling
Mm.
y'all all kinds of keywords and stuff, simply because he's not in agreement with what we saying.
But I could care less. Look, he's emasculated. He is weak. He is less than, and he a punk pussy ass bitch. Cause you ain't no man if you can't come and defend yourself against women. If I got more bass in my voice than you do, nigga. Okay, if my balls is bigger than yours, nigga, then that means I can't respect your weak ass bitch. And why the fuck you got all them women surrounding you? And why you didn't hit that motherfucking link if you about that life? Cause he over here in the beast sector, we hit links and we battle out, amongst one another on the motherfucking link, bitch. That's all you had to motherfucking do.
He's
And
scared
now don't
just
nobody
like,
respect your woman.
yeah, just like he sat up there. I mean, Kwani hit his link. Can we talk about it? Kwani hit his link, and he sat up there and had her backstage for like 26 minutes because he wanted to monologue.
Um, that's the reason why I have never went to his motherfucking channel. And the only reason why he got beef with me or even had beef with me is because I had to block him out my motherfucking chat. And I explained it to y'all why I blocked him out of my chat because my sister told me to. You see what I'm saying? But fuck him, nigga. You look, you get no respect. You get no nothing. And I don't care how many whatever derogatory terms you call for me, nigga. You are forever less than, and I forever don't give a fuck. Okay, you used to women with low self-esteem. You used to women that's impressed by that bullshit you be talking. You impressed with women. You get off on women that is phased by the shit that come out of your mouth. But let me tell you something, motherfucker. I probably don't, and I don't know what you said, but in particular, but the shit I have heard about you said about me in the past, nigga, that shit don't phase me, nigga. I know exactly who the fuck I am. I know that you're not no motherfucking man. You too motherfucking old to be acting the way that you act. You will never catch my motherfucking husband on her arguing with a group of motherfucking women, bitch. You wouldn't even catch him on her doing nothing, okay? He be listening to me in the background, shaking his motherfucking head, okay? And if I wasn't getting a coin off of it, he'd have told me a long time ago, like, look, we ain't gonna be doing this, okay? That would have been it. That would have been motherfucking all. Do you see what I'm saying? But he let me make my little play money. It's all right. It really ain't no money. It's something to give to the motherfucking kids. But whatever. But nigga, you ain't what's up. You use some motherfuckers like Dee Loop Loop and them motherfucking bitches you got over there surrounding you. Pat, just being impressed by your ass. But see, for some women, any kind of nigga at all will do. But nigga, you ain't that nigga to impress me, bitch. And since I ain't got no respect for you and nothing that's coming out of your mouth, nigga, I don't give a fuck. Okay, fuck you, fuck them bitches, fuck your lonely ass life, bitch. And you probably got onset Alzheimer's or some kind of motherfucking dementia, cause nigga, you are truly, clearly delusional. Okay, I'm just motherfucking saying. Anyway, go ahead, Seth.
Well, listen, I'm about to get my hair done. But I listen. If you go live later, or if Kwani goes live later, I will. I'll try to make myself available for you guys. Okay.
Okay. Have a. Well, girl, what you getting done to your hair real fast?
Need a haircut, need condition.
Okay.
Yeah.
You still got your shortcut?
Yeah, I still got my shortcut.
Oh, good, because that look good on you, Seven.
I love the shortcut. We're gonna try something new today. Hopefully, my stylist doesn't tear me up. Look, he's shaking his head.
Put a picture on your community wall so I can see your hair.
Okay.
You look cute with that style. Okay, tell your barber to be careful. Don't be nicking my girl, Mr. Barber. Okay, because we already. It's a struggle that you gotta suffer for beauty, and ain't nobody trying to do nothing extra, Mr. Barber. So be careful with my girl.
Yeah, and tell ZX the next time we tell him to send one of his hoes up, because like I said, he's a wannabe pimp and they're a minion of hoes. Kwani was right when she said that. Tell him to get his bald headed self up there and do it himself.
Exactly.
We don't even need them. Like I said, there is no luxury in talking to any of those women. Okay,
exactly.
It's all about you, and you hiding behind them. So, what you saying to me? But listen, exactly. I gotta
go. Okay, bye, baby. Have a good day. Yeah, fuck you, punk ass bitch. They on side April. I mean, like you said, hey, like you just not been up. What you think about that shit, April? What you think about a man that's not a motherfucking man, and the only thing he can do is argue with motherfucking women?
All I can say is when pimping goes wrong, and for all of whatever, I don't know the man, but baby, he got a fool on his hands right now. And I'm gonna give him, for any woman, if he's ever done a woman wrong, or this thing, boy, I think this one here finna make up, boy, she's his karma. God damn.
I agree. I think this is karma right there.
Somebody called me and I can't hear you guys, so I'm gonna get out, Miss Olivia. Thank you for having me up.
Okay, baby. Thanks for joining us. But yeah, y'all, man, you a punk pussy ass bitch. Ain't nobody got time for that motherfucking shit. I can't stand a motherfucking weak ass nigga. You get none from me, bitch. Do better. I'm just motherfucking saying. Hey, Deanna, is that you?
Yes.
Hey, love, how you doing?
Hey, what's up?
Huh? Say what now? Y'all see that was a troll. That was not Deanna Irvin. It was somebody trying to come up here and porn bomb me, y'all. That's why I put the motherfucking whatchamacallit up. Let me make sure they out for y'all. Hold on. That was I don't know, that was somebody trying. That was not Deanna Irvin. Child, they be trying it. Oh Lord, maybe they got mad because I cussed out ZX or whatever. But from what I understand, he be over there motherfucking cussing out me. You give as good as you get over here, nigga. Like, what you mean? Hey, Mimi. What's going on, Mimi? Child, Mimi, why you didn't hit the link? Yeah, know I'll be wanting to talk to my Mimi. But yeah, I can't stand a punk pussy ass bitch. Nigga, don't you ever try to come for me. I'm just motherfucking saying, you better stick with DD Loop over there. That's the reason why nobody don't pay your motherfucking ass attention over here. You coming over here trying to be sneaky and snaky and shit. Then ain't nobody got time for that bullshit. And like I said, if you can't hit the link and defend your motherfucking self, then we ain't got no respect for you, dude. I'm just motherfucking saying, I ain't with the bullshit. I don't play games with people. I ain't with that bullshit. The fuck? Is this you, Mimi? 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 I see me. Yeah, I see. I see somebody.
Hold on, let me.
Hey, Mimi. Okay, that's Mimi, y'all. Mimi? She'll probably come back up, y'all. Mimi, I dropped the link for you again. Hold on, here she go. No. Who's that? Is that what? Oh, now I know this is a troll. Y'all, they really tried me today. Look at this. Troll. It ain't working, troll. How you gonna try to come up here for Tracy and you know Tracy don't feel good? That shit lame as the fuck. Look at this. This sound lame as hell, dude. Like you worried. Oh, y'all heard them today? They be on one. They think they gonna porn bomb me and it's not working. It probably ain't nobody but ZX or somebody from his crew. Yeah, that was Mimi. That really was Mimi. But it's another somebody clicked the link and they had a picture of Tracy. Cause y'all know Tracy. She didn't feel good and she went to the hospital. Tracy, if you listening, I hope you feel better, baby. And so they had a picture of her. And then the first they had a picture of Deanna. You know what I mean? And so yeah, people be tripping, boy. Hold on a minute, y'all. Let me read this. Yeah, I know it's you, Mimi. Click the link. Let me try to drop a link for it again. But anyway, let me tell y'all this real quick. What's I gonna say? Yeah, but I hope Tracy, I hope you're feeling better. And I got sidetracked. It was something else that I had to tell you. I'm gonna tell you in a minute, but all these trolls keep trying to hit my link or whatever. Oh, this is what I want to tell y'all. Let me drop this link again real fast for Mimi in case you want to come back up. Here's the thing. When you're talking about ZX and his crew, and all the fools from over there, they really are not the black sector. They come from the motherfucking Nature Boy sector. Okay? That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. Hold on. This you, Mimi?
Yeah, it's me.
Okay, baby,
Hey,
hold
Miss
on.
Olivia, what's
Stephen,
going on? What's the subject? What you over
Stephen
here talking
Pisces,
about?
how you doing?
I'm doing
Oh
good.
Lord, I'm on
Do
now.
you want your do you want your face on or you want to put up an avatar?
You said what?
Yeah, I'm trying to see how
Stephen,
to my service is
Stephen,
not even acting right. Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you, Stephen. Can you hear me?
I
Can
can
you
hear everybody.
Oh, okay.
hear me? Stephen, can you hear
Oh
me?
damn.
I don't think she can hear me.
Somebody
Stephen.
else some background noise.
Okay, yes, sir. I don't think she can connect our way. Hold on, Mimi. Let me see. Is this stomp down?
Okay.
Oh no, this is another troll. I'm going to block these. Let me ban this motherfucker from the studio. We don't have to deal with him no more. Mimi.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm still here.
Okay, let me take the banner. Let me take the banner down. Okay, baby,
Handle your
what's
business.
going on, Mimi?
Nothing much. I'm trying to see what I came in a little late, so I'm trying to see what was going on. What's the subject? What you talking about today?
We was talking about that dang on crazy ass Didi Loop Loop, and girl, she said
Oh,
she
Peggy
was
Hill.
jealous. Huh?
That's Peggy Hill. That's who she looked
Yeah,
like.
she mad at come to find out, Mimi. She mad at every woman in the sector that's ever done uttered ZX's name. If you had didn't you have him up on your panel?
Yeah, I did.
The
Uh
girl, she
huh.
don't like you either.
Oh, she can't stand me because I don't. Like I said, I had felt like both of them had fault in what was going on, and I was talking about her and him. But the only difference is he was, had enough balls to come up there and defend himself. She did not.
Exactly.
That's the difference.
Exactly. And she
You know
was
what I'm
over the
saying?
hook, lying her ass off last night, Mimi. On
What
set.
was she saying? Cause
Girl, she
it's
was
hard to
lying.
watch her. That bitch, she talk around in circles so motherfucking much. You can't half of the
Yeah,
time understand what the fuck she talking about, and I don't understand how she gets from point A all the way to point F before without getting all the other letters in between. I don't know how she
exactly.
do it, but what
Facts.
she say last night, Miss Olivia?
Oh, hold on a minute. Who is this? Is this another troll? Hold on, baby. Yeah, this is
Lord, what's
another
going
troll.
on today with
Yeah,
the
the trolls
trolls?
is out of control. Um, but I'm going to ban this one because I know it's another troll. Uh, oh, oh,
They trying to porn
oh.
bomb
Guess
me.
what they did? The name is I am going to kill you, Libby. Child, this person said
What
they
the
was
hell?
kill
Oh
me.
Lord Jesus,
Oh Lord, I am shaking in my boots.
Diddy,
Bitch, kill
is
your
that
mama first.
you?
You got a
Is that
chance to
you,
kill. You
Diddy?
got a they mean she the bitch whoever it is. They got a better chance of killing their mama before they kill me. Okay, I'm
All
just
right.
motherfucking saying, girl, please.
Okay.
Anyway, move right along. But yeah,
Well, I'm
Stevie,
gonna
can
tell
you
you
hear
what she
me?
gonna do though. If she get mad at you, okay, son, hold on a second. When she get mad at you, she gonna start using your vernacular. Cause I never in my life seen a bitch that beef with somebody, but start using the person's slang and they sayings and everything. Okay, Jay.
No. Well,
Like
all I know,
she was
Luke,
beefing with Five Bag, then she started talking like her. Then she started beefing
Luke.
with Rita. Then she started saying, I'm saying real quick and stuff that Rita say. It's
Ooh,
like she don't have a original fucking bone in her body unless the originality is just being batshit fucking crazy. Cause
yeah,
that's
she
the only
batshit
thing.
crazy. She batshit crazy, Mimi. But
She is.
Didi, if you want to click the link so we can talk about it instead of you, I don't know if it was your avatar or somebody else's that said they want to kill me. But before you kill me, baby, let's have a conversation. So all
Before
you
you,
gotta
well,
do
before she
is
kill
click
you,
the
she
link.
need to kill them wigs.
Child, what you had said, Party City? Ooh, child.
Party City,
Party
them
City
motherfuckers need to
with
die before anybody else die.
child. Girl, what them babies doing in the background? Oh,
Girl,
Mimi got
Jace about to get punched in the head. That's what.
oh, oh.
Because when he first of all, he's in my space. He refused to let me have my own space, but then he want to disrupt my space while he in it. Now I'm about to
Because you
just,
the mommy. You the mommy. You
girl,
know
I'm about to just play it off and slightly just push him off my bed. You know, just push him down real slightly, act like I didn't see it when he fall.
don't push him down, baby. Don't do that, baby, like that. Leave that
Uh,
boy
that's
alone.
that's my
Oh,
bodyguard. He's my shadow girl. Ooh,
oh. You know, you gotta
ooh.
love them boys. You gotta take care of them boys because when they get older, they gonna
They gonna
protect
take
their
care of
mama.
me.
Okay?
Yeah, yeah. And he
They
got
love
three
them.
sisters too. So
Mhm.
you know he's a mother alpha because he's the only boy.
Well, he gonna protect all of y'all. He probably
Yeah,
think he already in control of the
he
girls. Okay.
does, and he thinks that he runs his sisters. He thinks he's bigger than them, and he's the youngest, and he thinks he runs everything.
Oh, yeah, yeah, because he the only
Jace,
boy.
no. See, here
See,
he go now.
running the girls. I'm telling you, he think he
Oh,
running the girls. I know
he
this.
do. I don't know what to do with him.
Girl, nothing. Let him be him, child. Let him be him. That's all. He ain't doing nothing wrong. Sheba, I know you try to click on. I wish you try to do it again, cause Sheba Pisces try to click the link at the same time you did, me. But she couldn't work it out or whatever. Oh, I hope you, Mimi, please come back up here. But Sheba said, I think I figured it out. But my clippers are going to make too much noise. I'm going. Oh, you grooming Sheba, girl? I want to see that. Dang, I couldn't. I hate that you couldn't hear because I saw your face. I just didn't know. I just didn't know if you wanted me to, show your face or whatever. That's why it took me so long. Let me get Mimi back up here.
Yeah, I don't.
Mimi,
Yeah, I accidentally fell off. I'm sorry.
that's
Now, what
okay.
was you saying, Miss Olivia?
Oh, I was talking to Sheba Pisces. She was saying she figured out StreamYard, but she grooming her dogs right now, and she felt like her
Oh,
clippers would be too loud. She was trying to come up at the same time you came up.
yeah, I heard somebody else up.
Yeah, try again, Sheba. Try again. And if you want me to let your face show and your grooming, just let me know. And if not, you can just click on the avatar so you can't see nothing. That's how you gotta do, baby.
Well,
But
now
yeah,
he said that CX is saying everybody thirsty for content. That's what I just seen him just went live and said.
girl,
So
no,
I
he
wonder.
didn't.
Yes, girl. Well, let me see. It says, "Yeah, you are thirsty for content." Laughing
Oh
my ass
Lord.
off.
Oh, so he think he the content, huh?
I guess maybe
Child. Delusionary. Delusionary.
illusory,
Okay, delusionary. There you go.
girl.
Delusionary.
What James say? Delusions of grandeur.
Delusion,
Lord,
exactly. Delusions of grandeur.
ooh,
Child, he in
child,
love with himself. He think everybody is what he say? He think everybody is
enamored.
enamored.
Yeah,
Enamored with
enamored
him.
by him. I mean,
Child.
he was a cool guy when I spoke to him, Jace. Get back. You can't be that close to TV, you gonna be blind. Okay, I'll turn it up some. He's
Oh,
right up on this TV, girl. But
who don't
yeah,
let us do
he
it
was
after
a
them?
cool guy or whatever. But I could see how a woman that and I don't want to be this. I'm trying to put this in a way because the women, ain't no wrong with them. They just like him. Some of them, I guess, like Dee Dee Loop Loop, but it's some of them older that seem like they nice. But he has this way about him that a woman that ain't hip to game of the stuff that niggas do, I guess you
Right.
could say,
Yeah.
would be enamored because he does have a kind of a smooth way about himself. You could
Yeah.
tell that he could smooth talk a woman, and you know when you get certain women
Uh-huh.
that ain't never been smooth talk before,
Right.
and they just don't even know that that's what's going on, and they just think that
Right.
because Didi Lulu, I mean, the fact that she cussed Ness out for 45 minutes because he told
Woo.
Ness that she was beautiful,
No.
that right there tells you that she wanted to be number one,
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then oh,
the
child, it's a
only
child
one.
back here. Let me block her, man. Oh, they didn't want to get blocked. But yeah, but she is exactly that type of woman that you're talking about.
Yeah,
If she not used to somebody, that run game or a certain
yeah.
type of guy, she'll fall for that crap. You know what I mean? You
No,
know.
cause
But
she
I'm
she ain't had enough. She ain't had enough niggas. She
right.
dealing with all them white men. Cause them men, them black men, they'll run some game on you. They
Don't
smooth.
run some
Black men are
game.
smooth.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. She ain't used to black men.
Cause
That
yeah, it's
should
a
have
little bit
killed her.
different. That swag is a little different.
Yeah,
They know
absolutely,
how to
absolutely,
talk.
absolutely. And if you ain't up
Even the
on
good,
game,
even the good ones, even the ones that ain't trying to run no game, they still can be smooth with it and don't even be trying to be.
child.
So
She done sent another troll page over here saying, "FB, if you want him, you can have him." Child, I
oh
had
my
to ban him.
goodness.
Child, I had to ban him. Child, Didi, girl, why is you sending troll pages over here? I told you ass to click the damn link.
Why
Huh?
and how are you gonna say you can have him as if he's yours to give away?
I got a whole right and
He was
child.
never yours, girl, to give to nobody.
Child. And then they got something in the backtrack talking about something. I'm gonna kill you, fat pig. Like I said, bitch, you got a better chance of killing yourself if you kill me, but do your due diligence, bitch. The fuck?
Right. Make sure you kill me. Make sure I'm good and dead too. Cause
I'm
if you
good
leave
deal.
an ounce of breath left in me, you out.
Yeah,
You out of there.
I'm coming for you, bitch.
Okay. Make
So
sure you finish it. Shoot. Make sure
even
that
if I'm
make
dead,
sure
I'm
you
coming for
bury
your
me more than
motherfucking
6 feet under.
ass. Okay, if I'm dead, I'm still coming for you, bitch.
I'm still
Okay?
gonna hunt you.
I'm still gonna make you kill your damn self, okay? My ghost is, all right? Because this is what we're not gonna do.
I know that's
You
right.
better
Shit.
be trying it. I'm too old for that shit. That shit don't work for me.
We having death threats though. Why? Why? This is
Like,
YouTube.
it ain't that deep as YouTube.
But you expect that from a bitch that cuss a bitch out just for getting a compliment that she didn't even ask for.
Yeah, but
That
you know what? Like I said, me, the chick is jealous of any female that's done had any type of conversation, good, bad, or indifferent with ZX. She don't like your ass, okay?
yes, even
It
even
makes sense.
if you beefing with them, she was trying to beef with you because you
Yeah,
was. If you like them, she was trying to beef with you because you like them. She wanted him to just be over there talking to only her, just one
only
person,
her.
just Dee Dee Loop Loop and him.
Yeah, that's it. That's all. Y'all hit the like button, okay? If y'all don't mind, I appreciate it, y'all. But yeah, just him, nobody but him or her. That's all she wanted, me.
Yeah,
That's all.
wanted him all to herself, and you got a whole husband in Poland
Mhm.
and a whole boyfriend allegedly in the
Mhm.
states, and now you want a
Allegedly.
boyfriend too,
Thank you. Oh my
and
God.
everybody else. And then half of these women she going after probably don't even look at him sexually or nothing like that. Maybe they just support his channel. She
I
going.
got
Ness
yeah,
didn't even ask for the damn compliment.
child. I got a whole mister in my house, honey, and he is not trying to hear this bullshit. All right.
Okay,
But you could
he
have
better
saved
not.
that for me.
Men don't. Normal men, especially straight men, they don't be wanting to hear none of this stuff, man. This stuff
No,
be stupid to them.
child, that
Everything.
man side eye me.
I,
If I even
I
ever
bet.
brought up the subject or something like that.
I could only imagine how he be sitting over there and probably shaking his head.
Child just shaking. He
Like,
be shaking his head at me when I be online.
girl, when you be cussing people out, he
Yeah, he
shakes
be
his
shaking his
head, don't he?
damn head. Yep. That's why I try to do it while he at work or gone or whatever. I try to do it when he ain't in the house.
Yeah. Go on and sneak it in because
Girl, try to stick it
don't
in.
nobody be want. We don't be wanting people in real life to know how we act on here.
Exactly.
You don't be
And you
wanting
know
your
I've been
real life
popping off.
friends and stuff like that to know because then they'll look at you like, why are you even on there talking to these
Yeah.
people?
And if I'm getting too hostile, like he'll think, oh Lord, she getting worked up, so we're gonna have to stop doing this. And I don't never want to
Yeah.
have a conversation about it's time for you to get offline. So and so yeah, cause he be looking out for me.
Well, Miss Olivia, you be chilling, and then one day you might just go in. You know how you do it, and just if you are moved that day to do something,
Exactly.
that's what's
Mhm.
gonna
But I don't
happen.
be internalizing it though, me. You know what I mean? I don't be internalizing it. You know what I mean? The stuff is
Yeah,
funny
you
to me.
can't.
And
You
I get a
can't.
good PQ
Cause
out
it's
of it,
too
maybe
much
that's
shit to
what it
do
is.
in the real world to internalize this. I don't see how people
It's,
get anything done in their real life.
I don't either, Mimi. That's what I be saying. I got some stuff that I actually have to do. You know what I mean? And I got to make time to come online.
Yeah.
I come online for the people that like me. You know what I mean? If you
Right.
don't like me,
Right.
that's cool. If you like me, I
It's
appreciate it.
fun, but when it ain't fun, it's time to disengage. It's time to
Yeah, you know what I mean. If I'm gonna get aggregated, or feel like I'm gonna get invested, child, I gotta
yeah.
take a break. I can't be doing
That's
this all
right.
day. I ain't got time.
Gotta take a breather. It's supposed to be fun, and when it ain't, if it ain't fun, then it's time to sit down for a minute. Now I might sit out and let everybody watch everybody, and sometimes everybody else be fighting so hard. I just don't be wanting to say nothing. I just be
Mm-mm.
wanting to be a subscriber at that point.
Yep,
At that point, and
me
just
too. Me too.
watch.
Me too. Me. I ain't gonna
Cause
lie. I was sit back and watch for
sometimes,
days. I clean
girl,
up
when
my
I
whole house. I do my laundry.
uh,
I do my shopping. I just be being a subscriber, child.
yeah, being and you could just listen while you doing all your housework, while you doing all that stuff. You could just be listening to all the bullshit. Because I know when they get to bringing up court cases and
Oh, girl.
police, I be like, oh,
Oh,
that's my cue to just listen.
girl, what you
I
said?
ain't,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I don't be wanting to touch that with a 10-foot pole. I don't
Me
need no
neither.
subpoenas.
I can't
I don't
understand
need
they take it that deep. How the hell
no.
you gonna be so deep in YouTube that you gonna actually have to go to court, child? That's
Ooh,
beyond me.
they have to have a
Yeah,
lawyer. That's such an
that's
inconvenience.
money, right? That's money.
Even if nothing come out of it, you gotta take time out of your day,
Yep.
and it
Yes,
costs
indeed.
money.
And time is worth more than money. So I give it to me,
Yeah,
me. I ain't got time.
and time is money on top of that. So time
Yeah.
away from work and real
Yep.
cold hard cash on that lawyer.
Yes. For some
Ooh,
nonsense.
ooh,
Because
ooh,
you can't,
ooh.
because your skin is so thin that you can't take with somebody. Why do you think people be getting doxxed? Because it's thin skinned people. Your skin
Yeah.
is so thin, you got to try to
Yeah,
dox
they don't have a rebuttal, so they
Yeah.
have to
Yeah.
hit you harder than you got them.
Yeah. Child,
Sure,
listen to
you gotta
this.
have the last word.
Exactly. Listen to this, Mimi. Shammy said, I know he did drop the rest of their recorded phone conversation talking about me, Didi Loop Loop and ZX. She said,
Oh,
and she
did it?
talked about everybody, Miss Dovey, you, Miss Olivia, Miss Kwani, everybody. And she tried to say last night on Seven Stars channel that she didn't talk about nobody. And then she turned around and said she
We
did.
seen that in the text messages though that
Just,
she was talking
yeah.
about everybody.
Yeah, we know, and then she know he put out the messages and stuff, and she's still trying to say
Still
she didn't
lied.
do it. I'm like,
Flat out lied.
girl,
The bitch
flat
is
out
crazy.
lie.
She might believe her own lies, doing her
Yeah,
crazy man.
I think she do. She sure believe that her and CX was in love.
Uh-huh. You
She
see, she
believed
putting
that
up the
shit.
pictures of the couples kissing
Huh.
after they done fell out, like he still hers or some shit like that. Girl, you was out your goddamn mind.
That's why I said he better watch out. He probably done met his man. She gonna be standing in the bushes waiting on his ass with a knife and
Yeah, with us
shooting
looking
him.
like Pennywise
Okay, for
with a
real.
whole knife.
Cause
She
she
and she already
serious.
with the clown wigs.
Exactly right.
All she need is the white makeup and a red nose, and I could just see her standing on his porch with a knife. But she ain't gonna,
Mm.
Cookie came over there. She ain't gonna do like Cookie. She gonna wait till he come out and she gonna full on kidnap and kill him.
Yeah, she gonna jump out the bushes on his ass.
Yes, that
Okay.
woman there. And
And she
I
always have to
always
wait.
knew she was crazy. I would just be like, well, she crazy, but she's nice. So I ain't gonna say nothing about how crazy she is.
Well,
Cause
she sound like a little
cause how she
chihuahua.
start quiet, like she start calm, and in a matter of seconds, it's a whole nother level, like a screaming and mad. And I really don't be understanding what be going on over there, Miss Olivia. I really don't when I try to watch her.
I know, Mimi. As soon as you say one thing that's not agreeable to her, or you try to question her about some real stuff or call her out on something she done lied about, that's
Uh
it.
huh.
That's she going off after that.
Oh yeah, she gonna cuss you out. Don't even sound right when she cusses. Sound like a little 10-year-old white kid or something like that trying to say piece of cuss words together that don't even sound right. Don't sound at all intimidating. Voice
Girl,
trembling and shit. She seemed like you can flick her and she'll just fall over and probably call the police. It's like,
exactly.
girl, who is you yelling at? Ain't no bitch. Who do you think you intimidate? You sound real fucking stupid over there. And be over there, bitch, and let me tell you something else, bitch. And with all them hashtags, her titles be just as dumb as how she be sounding.
Yeah.
Them titles, Miss Olivia.
Just as manic. They sound just as manic as her.
And
You
then
know,
she
she be
been
writing
every
them
day
letters.
she been posting somebody like Cookie, come here. But if you don't come, I don't give a fuck. Yesterday,
Ooh,
Bless, come here. But if you don't
ooh,
come, I don't. She probably done told you to come here. Girl, ain't
right.
nobody coming.
Ain't nobody coming,
Nobody's
child.
coming.
Ain't nobody coming. Don't nobody
Uh-uh.
need this problem.
Get on
Mm-mm.
their own channel and cuss your ass out if they see fit. Ain't nobody
Okay.
coming over there to help you.
Yeah, not at all. And then part of the problem I think is she think that she is entitled to everybody paying attention to her, but ain't nobody
Right.
paying attention to her. And I think that's why she be mad too, Mimi.
That makes sense. Mad because ain't nobody paying attention. Now that's sad because you would think at her age she would have had enough attention in her lifetime to understand that it ain't that important.
Exactly. It ain't
And
even that
sometimes
deep.
it's not even a good thing because
She don't give herself
all
a
I
heart.
do these motherfuckers in your business.
Exactly. Exactly. But she feel like her channel should be more successful, and she can't understand why nobody don't want to fool her. But DD, nobody don't want to fool with you, love, because you are manic. You need to get on whatever kind of meds you got off of, and you need to stay on the meds, okay, girl?
And
For
then
real.
you literally shit on everybody over here for that
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Just for him to tell everybody what you said about him.
Oh,
For him,
wait a minute. Shammy says she's 67 now. 57. Really? Oh,
67.
wow.
Oh no, Miss no, Didi.
I'm
Uh-uh.
sorry.
Nah, well, she's 67. She looks good for her age then.
Yes, she do.
Yeah, I ain't even gonna lie to you. If she that old, she look damn good for her age. Cause I would give her in her 50s.
Right. I thought she was 57, not 67.
Yeah, well, she said that would explain. I don't know because my grandmother she passed in her 80s and she was sharp until the day she left. So I don't know
Right.
what's going on. Maybe she got dementia or something.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe she got early onset Alzheimer's, sundowners, or she got something going on with
Some
herself.
something
But
going
she
on.
don't need to be in her act. Where is her family? Don't she
Or
have children?
maybe schizophrenia, Miss Olivia, because it do seem like a bunch of different personalities inside of
That's
there.
true. That's true. Maybe that's what's going on. I don't
Maybe that's
know.
what it is. Where is
Yeah.
her family?
Yeah, it's true. They need to get her offline. It's yeah, you know.
They all need to crowd around her and give her a hug because
I
she
swear.
obviously is lacking attention in her real life.
But
Because I
maybe
think
she
you
don't
might
ran
be right.
everybody off. Maybe she don't ran them off, Mimi. Who knows?
Maybe, because you know what? That it be like that sometimes. Everybody has that one family member that just can't nobody help because they just run everybody off. They burn every bridge. Maybe
It's
she's
a
a bridge
disgusting
burner.
motherfucker.
I can
Girl.
definitely see that. Her
This is
running
a
people off.
disgusting.
She's a strange woman.
If I just thought, I'm glad you know what? It was another troll that popped up here with some naked stuff in the back.
Why do people do that?
Girl,
Nobody want to see that.
no, nobody want to see it. Don't need to see it. Don't want to see it. Ain't impressed by it. Try harder, bitch. That shit is weird. Okay, ain't nobody going for this stuff. Folks is disgusting in their
And
whole
they know
life.
you gonna put. They know you gonna put the thing up to make sure
Yes,
it's whoever they say it is before you put them on the
and I'm gonna
screen. So
ban
why
them.
they even trying to do that?
I don't know, and I'm gonna ban them as soon as I
Is
see
that
it.
maybe that's
Child.
Didi? Because I don't
But
think
you
it's
know,
ZX. Because
it could be her own.
he over there live.
Huh?
And then I think ZX and Quantity been going back and forth. Because I heard Quantity cuss him smooth out.
Oh, she did. She cussed him the fuck
But
out. Okay. Yes, she did.
and you know how she do.
Okay.
Smooth. I was like, ooh.
I haven't been even
Even when I go
planning
over there and
about
listen
this.
to Miss Quantity, sometimes I gotta just click off because Quantity gets both
I ain't been
all y'all
saying
used
about
to.
his raggedy ass. I don't know why he got mad at me. I'm just doing commentary, just reacting to the
Yeah,
fuck
I
shit that
mean,
they doing.
and we talked about it, and there wasn't nothing.
Mimi, Mimi, I thank you. There you go.
Am I back? Sorry, somebody was calling my phone. Yeah, it
Okay.
probably it wasn't nothing that was disrespectful or nothing like that. We gave our opinion based off of what we heard and what we played, and it is what it
It's
is. I don't understand what he mad about.
yeah, I don't either. I don't
I
either.
don't
I
know
mean,
why.
like Mimi, I think he got mad
Oh
because
well.
we wasn't agreeing with him. You know what I mean? That's why he got
Well, I
upset. 'Cause
mean,
we wasn't agreeing
nobody
with him.
agreed with that.
Right.
Yeah. No, I don't think anybody. The thing we didn't put
Exactly.
everything on him as far as the him and Didi Lulu situation. We said she was crazy, but
Exactly.
it was just the little girl thing that we didn't agree with.
Right. Tropical
The,
punch,
the
is this
little,
you?
This Miss Olivia.
How you doing?
Good.
hello,
How you doing? Hi,
All right.
Mimi. I
hi.
was looking at. I was in CX Bush's last night, and Grish went up on the panel. Her and Kimmy was there, and Grish was saying about Diddy Lulu. She was like, she did some research. Her husband is not in nursing home. Grish said her husband is well running a business and everything. Saying she looked at his background. You can see the white family and the black family said, and you just see them
Uh-huh.
separate. You don't see Diddy Lou nowhere like mixed in his family and nothing like that. So all that lies she waiting to get his social security and all that grist was like that's a lie. That man just disowned her like everybody else because she's crazy. So that man is running a business
I
and doing
believe
good.
it.
Yep, Grist
Oh
said
I
that
wow.
last
believe
night.
every bit of it. I
Sure
Oh
believe
did.
that
wow.
too. He got the
Yep,
hell out of Dodge. Is what happened.
Okay.
He got the
exactly.
hell on.
Like everybody else. Yep, exactly.
Because what
Oh,
sense would it make for y'all to be business partners, but him to go all the way to Poland to be in a nursing
right.
home and live out the rest of his days in Poland, and you didn't want to go to Poland? If you've been with this man
Right.
all these years, you would have took your ass to Poland, or he wouldn't have left you. He would have stayed in America with you. This nigga
Exactly.
went to a whole other country, a whole other continent to get away from you.
Cause she's a nut.
Child.
Whatever happened to her, she claims she was in the military. She messed up for real, real. She's a nut.
Maybe the military messed
I,
her up in the head.
I think it
at
messed
this,
her up some type of way because
yeah,
I noticed that about her when she was rocking with 5A. I already
Yeah.
had knew that when she was with 5A. I noticed that I said something's not right with this lady because she used
Yeah.
to go hard on everybody with everything when she was with 5. When she came over here and started rocking, she just came hard. I said, yeah, she's a nut for real. You could just tell
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
yeah, that was
Even
crazy.
before yeah, even before this situation, she was acting crazy. Anybody like I don't know what it is, but she go hard, honey. I don't. And then she'll get mad
Yes,
if you
whoever
like
she taking up for at the moment, whoever
yeah,
she
Yeah.
yeah,
like at the moment.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
I think she think and then when she joined, like when she was with 5A, right? She had other moderators. But she got mad at the moderators because she want to be the only one.
Yes, she did. She wants to be the
Yeah,
main moderator. She want to be the main everything. She want
the
to be the
Yeah,
main
main.
everything.
She do.
yeah, she got a pattern.
It's a
That's
Yeah,
nut.
crazy.
yeah. The only thing is she was
Yeah,
in
that.
love with the GX. I guess she's still in love with him, and she still
Uh-huh.
wants to be the only one. You know?
Yeah,
I
this
told
one
her
hit a
that's
little bit different because she
see that's
actually
what.
wanted to jump that man bones.
Yes, she did
Oh
want to
yes, she
jump the
did.
gun.
Yes, she
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 showed
did.
her.
wanted
That's
to
why
bunk him.
I have never liked ZX from day one. I never liked ZX. I know that's
Neither.
why I told him that they was on Kwani's panel and stuff. And Kwani's like, "Why I didn't like him?" He's like, "Can we talk?" No, I have nothing to say. First of all, I don't. I wasn't raised around and deal with men with his mouth
Right.
with everything. He said a woman's a bee, a hoe, isn't it? Off the
Hooker.
top, right
He
there was a red
love
flag.
calling
That's why
hookers.
yes, I cannot do him. I cannot
Nope.
stand ZX. I couldn't be around him in my real life. It would have been a wrap for
Yeah.
him. I'm telling you, I could not do him. And he's a woman. You can tell he's this hard wanna be pimp or whatever he think he is or whatever he do. He say he don't or whatever. He runs a coat
Yeah,
over
he
there.
don't
Them
like
women
it when you call him a pimp. He don't like that
no,
at all. He
it's
gets upset.
because when you say something on that one panel he was on, and somebody was asking him something, he said, "I just lay back in the cut." And he was like, "Go ahead, just go ahead, Nikki, answer that. Go ahead, answer." I mean, are you kidding me? You women, then y'all go so hard. Yes,
Uh-uh.
I don't know. Yes, here too. I just lays back in my bed, and you know what I'm saying, I just be chilling, just listening until it get bad, and then I get a text message, "Okay, ZS, ZX, everything or whatever." He's like, "No, because when the questions need, like when Kwani first asked him, she said, 'I got questions.'" He's like, "You can ask my moderator." She's like, "No, they can't answer
Uh-uh.
for you." Yes, that's how he feels. No,
Uh-uh.
whatever you got to just ask them, and then they'll just relay the message to me or whatever. Who you not somebody's god or something? You
Are they his
these
assistant?
are these
Like
some
they
weak
his
women. They some weak women. They are weak.
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
sounds like they get with my assistant and they'll get that to me. Like,
Exactly, Mimi.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Like this
Yeah.
is
uh-uh.
And
ridiculous.
he didn't even got it like that. He don't even have it like that to have assistants to have nothing. He ain't got
I
nothing.
would need a weekly check if I gotta answer questions for you.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. What you said?
I'm gonna need a
It
check.
don't make no sense. Oh
Yeah, I
Because at
Lord.
cannot.
this point, I feel like I'm your assistant if I gotta speak for you. So if I gotta pass
Exactly.
messages along because you too good to speak with the other people because you famous, then I need to be
Woo.
the celebrity assistant and I need a check. And that's
Okay.
all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I know that's right.
Wow,
Oh
that's
Lord.
crazy. I didn't
Oh,
know
you got
that.
some me either. Child.
Exactly.
He
I
get mad if he get
when he
offended. Real easy if you call him out on this shit. He don't like you, especially if you're a woman. Well, he got issues with women anyway. You can
yeah.
tell. You know what I mean? But if you're not filing for his crap, he don't like you if you're not filing for his bull crap.
Well, the smooth men, they don't like the sister that's hip to the bullshit. They say she the one with the attitude. She the one that
Exactly.
he can't stand. They don't, they don't like those
Exactly.
type of women
They
Yeah,
can't.
they don't.
that
They
open
He
their
don't
he
like
mouth.
you.
They
he
like
just
women. Some men like they women quiet and let's
Yeah.
speak when they
yeah.
spoken to type of stuff.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can I can never be her.
he can deal
Nope.
with
Me
I can
either.
never be her.
no. He
Me
cannot
either
deal
with
with a
me.
strong.
Uh-uh. Now I know how to be respectful, but I damn sure don't know how to be disrespected. I don't know how to do
Okay.
that.
Come through with me. I know that's
Uh-uh.
right. Yeah. Oh Lord. I don't know what's wrong with them
Uh-uh.
women. They say some of them even married over there.
Yeah, look at
Oof.
Didi Lulu in her imaginary marriage.
Oh my
Then she be
God.
throwing up in people's face, and that man done ran away from her.
He probably ran
Girl,
to save his
leaving.
life.
Remember we said he was leaving on a midnight plane to Poland.
Okay. Child trying to save his life. To save his life. For real.
Yes,
Yeah.
he
Now she
said that
sounds
woman ain't
good.
about to
You
kill
know she
him.
remind me of me. She remind me of one of them little Chucky dolls.
Right, she got the orange hair,
I
the
swear she
orange
remind me of one of them
wig.
little, yeah. Be done stabbed you in your knee. Child.
You know they said Ross stabbed her old man.
Who now?
Raw. They said Raw Honest T stabbed her husband. Ain't they real cool?
Yeah, I heard about. Oh, no wonder her and Mimi, her and Raw, so cool. They got something in common, child.
I couldn't believe that because Ross I thought she was so sweet. I said, what the hell did he do to
I
make
don't
her
know. She seems
stab
kind
you?
of crazy to me though. I don't mean no harm, but she do.
Ooh,
She give me creepy vibes too. But you know they say birds of a feather flock together, so I guess that's what the deal
yeah,
is.
I guess so. But that seemed to be a trend out here because I didn't they say that Shelly stabbed her old man too?
That's what they said.
Ooh, why is y'all stabbing these men, y'all? Can't be stabbing
Yeah.
these people.
But I wouldn't be shocked
Keep
if,
your knives in the drawer.
but I don't know about Shelly or even Raw, but Loop,
I don't
child, I
know.
wouldn't be
This is all
surprised.
just alleged. This is
Right,
all just
alleged,
alleged.
yeah. But Loop, I ain't gonna be surprised at all. Okay,
Right.
ain't no telling what
That,
kind of body she
that
got buried up under her house, child. Okay,
right. We ain't no telling how many bodies she got up under the floorboards over there.
okay. I'm telling you, she sound like a whole Chucky doll or something wrong with her for real. You better run. Kid. Look at Lady Tia
Yeah.
said, "Run, man, run." Yeah, he better run. You better run for it. Run for it. Run.
Better shit. Better hide your kids and your wife too.
Right, hide your
Because
kids,
she
hide your
taking
wife.
no.
I know that's right, child. What you said, child? You can tell. I mean, that lady so manic. Child, I cannot. Who is this right here? Hold on a minute.
Hi, Miss
Oh,
Olivia.
Toya.
It's
Hey, how
me.
you doing?
Hi. I got some news.
Okay.
ooh, let me
I got
be.
some news.
Okay.
This is on Glenn Close, aka DD Loop Loop.
Uh-huh.
Uh, so supposedly now, see, I'm being messy. So supposedly now, one of our people in the sector I used to be in doxed her and come to find out that it is quite possible that the Polish man is not her husband. And the family that she has been posing up as her own is her in-laws. Her daughter is married to someone that is of Eastern
No.
European descent.
She's
Oh,
living
boy.
vicariously through her door. Shut the front door.
Now,
Oh.
this is allegedly, ladies and gentlemen. This is
Oh.
or one of our people, a jokey, did her job and her due diligence to find and search about Miss Deidre. And
Mm.
plus, she now you know that she's crazy. She bleaches, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, she's a bleacher.
She bleaches
She bleached her skin.
her floors, her counters, her
She's not just a runner
tub.
or a track star. She's a bleacher
Ooh.
too.
Oh Lord.
Bleach what?
Oh
Her
Lord.
house, her kitchen, her bathroom. What's she bleaching?
Her
Her
body, girl. Her
flesh.
body. Me. Her
Girl,
body.
no, 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 no,
There is a photo
no.
that is on a community wall.
Not build the light skin,
Yeah,
Ooh.
bitch.
yes,
Uh-uh. You
Ooh, that
can't
be
be
yes.
doing
crazy.
that now. You got to love the skin you in, bitch. Now you crazy if you don't even like the skin that the Lord gave you.
Well,
These
maybe
are
they
all the
already.
signs. Sorry.
Yeah. Maybe them chemicals done something to her brain, child.
It have.
And
Damn.
then
Girl, she thinks
I'm also
Jesus,
hearing,
Jesus.
I'm also hearing that here's another factor that we know that she is not on, she's not on this, she's on the spectrum.
Okay.
Um, she she's a hoarder.
A
Yes.
hoarder?
I can see that.
Oh
I can
no,
see
she
that
got dead
because
cats.
hoarding is a sign of mental illness, so I can see that.
Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
It
absolutely.
is.
Yes.
It is. I watch hoarders. They offer it,
Yeah.
and they have to have counselors and stuff where they be
Uh-huh.
cleaning their people houses out because they be crying and stuff and
Yeah.
holding on to the stuff. That's crazy.
Now, this is all
Yeah.
Well,
alleged.
I'm gonna leave her alone then.
I will,
If she,
I was listening to the read. And
Uh-huh.
then I was also on a panel earlier with my girl Allie, and a
Uh-huh.
jokey was on the panel. So, I'm just
Well, somebody
saying that
named Toya, somebody named Tamika LaShawn says a jokey, but I think she has the wrong person because Loop don't live in Vegas. she lived in San Francisco. Yeah, I thought she lived in California.
Yeah, she kind of
That
talk
Yeah.
like she do too.
well, and
Yeah.
that's what I'm hearing too, that she does live in the Bay Area because I also
Okay.
live in California as well, and I noticed too the photos that she took are from a trolley on Market Street, which is downtown. And I made a joke earlier this morning about she might be one of those ladies that hang out in the Tenderloin. And for those who don't know what the Tenderloin is, it is an area filled with, unfortunately, people who are questionably housed, a lot of homeless, mentally ill people, and drug addicts. So I'm not
Mm,
saying she lives there, but you
mhm.
know, I'm just putting puzzles together. So this is
Yeah.
all allegedly, ladies
Was
and
it like
gentlemen.
Skid Row? Talking about like Skid Row or like Tent City stuff like
Yes,
that.
exactly, exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
Mhm.
I'm not saying she lives there, not at all.
Then when they
But I
fit
did
in,
see the photo. I did see the photo on the community wall of the her what she looked like with darker skin
Mm.
versus in the contrast now. So I hope she's not bleaching. I hope that's a filter, but she,
she definitely be
yeah.
using.
Lord,
But
girl,
I
you
wouldn't
gotta
be
love
surprised
the skin that
because
you
them
in.
women choices.
So that's what I heard.
Yeah, you gotta love the skin you in though. But thanks for letting us know, Tori, because oh my goodness, bleaching.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah, they
I just don't like
self
the
hate,
fact that,
self hate.
it don't lie to people. It's okay to admit, we've all been hurt and what have you, but she just keeps going, keeping it going and going. And so I really do think both parties are at fault, but on her, she just wants to keep it going for the attention.
Yeah.
And it's getting kind of
Yeah,
scary and
Yeah.
dangerous, you
That's what
know.
I'm saying. She's obsessed. She's obsessed.
they
And of
showing us.
course, DX
Yeah,
go, he better watch his back because she gonna be waiting for him one night outside his house.
And I am starting to feel a little bit bad for her because it does seem like there's some mental illness there.
Yeah, a
And,
lot of mental illness. Yeah.
and to me, I don't think she's an unattractive lady. She just needs to stop with the party shitty wigs. I mean, sorry, excuse me, the party city wigs. But, it's just
yeah.
sad that, it's just sad to see, that's why certain content creators, I had to, because I have a channel myself, but I just
I
can't
know you
bear
had
to
a channel.
watch. Uh-oh.
What's the name of your
Yeah,
channel?
YouTube ain't for everybody.
Oh,
Okay.
uh, yes, ma'am. My channel is Toya Alta Abstract. I do crazy weird stuff,
Okay.
but I'm not mentally ill.
Oh, weird
Tamika,
is okay with me.
Tamika LaShawn, is this you? Tamika?
Yes, it's me, Miss Olivia. I just want to say, I'm not saying that the information
You got,
I'm guilty,
you got,
but I feel
baby, you
wasn't
got
right.
noise in the background.
Oh, okay, wait, let me fix my
We can't.
sound. Can you hear me now, Miss Olivia?
Ooh, no. It's a lot of feedback. Hello?
Yeah, she might have another window open or
Yeah,
something.
window open or something. It's a lot of feedback.
Sounded
Sound
like a
like she was
carnival.
yeah, like a daycare or something. Did she
She's
have a lot
still.
of? Remember, she had worked with a lot of kids or something.
I don't know, but that was crazy. She's still up here. Oh, she dropped off. Maybe she'll come back when she get her sound worked out.
Yeah,
But
Yeah,
anyway,
but I
girl,
just
but yeah,
wanted, I
she
just
is. She
wanted
been
to.
looking
take
for.
care.
Oh,
I'm
I'm sorry.
sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just gonna say clearly she got some kind of mental illness going on. It's a scary situation.
Yeah.
Right.
I've never seen not even over here in the beach sector have I seen a woman go there with a guy, you know what I mean? Like be so obsessed to the point she's jealous
Mhm.
of anybody that says anything to or about him.
Yes.
It's a scary situation.
Well, then I heard that on the community wall, there's like a commercial or something that she made, or there's like some kind of song. I know I've noticed on my community wall that she has like "He Still Loves Me," that kind of stuff, which is
Yeah.
really, really
And like pictures
scary.
Yes. Oh
kissing
my god.
like that weirdo. Ooh, he better watch himself.
You
That's
sure
all.
better? Child. Let's try Tamika again. Tamika?
Yes, can you hear me now, Miss Olivia?
Yes, I can hear
Hey, that
you.
Sorry, I was just walking with the kids home from school.
Mm,
But she sent a picture to the ex with her on the taxi, the San Francisco taxi. Not saying the Jokey's information is wrong, but
mm.
Custard had put her information out too, saying she lives in San Francisco.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I heard
yeah,
her say she
I
lives in
believe that.
California and she
That's all I
family.
wanted to say. That was it.
Okay, thank you,
Yeah.
baby. But yeah, you right. I believe that she lives in California. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well,
She
she's in the Bay
talks like
Area.
she lives in California.
Mm-hmm. But thank you, Tamika. Okay, yeah, she dropped down. But yeah, that's what it sounds like. Yeah, like you said, not saying the information wrong, but I believe she lives in California.
Yeah. I mean,
If that
unfortunately, here
woman
in Cal.
is,
Oh, sorry.
if
Go
she's
ahead.
really not married to that police man and she's making that up, she need to be slapped upside her head. She need that wig slapped smooth off her head. Because who
Mm-hmm.
she was using that as her defense. Well, I have a man, bitch, and I have a
Right.
husband. Girl, all that's
Yeah.
crumbling.
It's
I
absolutely
mean,
crumbling.
there
Yeah.
could be. I mean, she is a former vet, so I don't know if there's some PTSD or
Right.
what have you. I mean, you have to put that in consideration as well.
Well, this
So,
ain't the
I
place
mean,
for her.
But you know what,
This
Mimi?
ain't
I'm
the
glad
place.
you said that because it's a couple of military. We got a couple of military vets, over here, and it's something wrong with them too. Look at SB, and FB. That's ex-military. VS was ex-military. And it seems like they go harder than anybody.
yeah.
On the battlefield, honey.
Yeah, like you said,
YouTube is a
Yeah.
battlefield.
yeah, that
Ooh,
mindset is incredible. Ain't no telling what they be shooting, they be giving, military people, and then
what
when
they
you come
put them folks
home,
through.
yeah, you don't never know what's really going on. But I noticed
Yeah.
that the people that go hardest over here are ex-military, and I be like, wow, okay,
That's a crazy observation right there. That's true
yeah.
though.
I mean, I just
Another
think about SB and FB and VS, it just loop right here. I mean, that they be going like
Uh,
extra hard. They have no chill, especially SB. He gonna destroy his whole life, for this thing right here. They ain't gonna be all that.
one
yeah,
thing I
this
do.
this shit don't be worth it. Like,
It don't be
come on,
worth
man.
it.
Because the same supporters that love you and support you, you don't got to do all that if they really really support
No.
you.
Yeah, I even noticed too, like
They'll watch whatever you do.
Yeah.
being a content creator, and then also too, if you've ever taken a psychology class or classes, you realize you can smell BS. So for example, when people are very braggadocious and they talk about what they have, those are usually the ones that do not have those items.
Right.
People who, and those are usually liars, people who talk in circles or talk over a person, well, it's a sign of guilt as well. And then, of course, the stuttering, and that also contributes to the sign of guilt. So, like all these things that, she's been consistently doing for this past week, from what we've seen after the shenanigans of this week, just shows all the signs of, like, guilt and untruthful circumstances.
And shame too.
Yeah.
Lord, I hope she is ashamed if she ain't.
I hope she
Cause
gets help.
baby,
Really, I really do. Because mental illness is
she just
nothing
need to
to
get off of
mess
here.
with. Yeah,
She didn't get off of
that's
here because this ain't the place for that. It ain't gonna help, and I promise you, it ain't gonna contribute in a positive way to her mental health.
no, it's not. It's going to just make it worse. But she's enjoying this
Yes.
attention, and it's the wrong kind of toxic
Does
attention.
she? But I don't understand how she could be enjoying this because I have yet to see a person see it for her right now.
I, I,
Like
I don't think
who
she's all
sees it for
there.
her right now? She's not because it's so. I mean, everybody is looking at her like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
I mean, I'm
Ain't
not going to
nobody
sit
like,
here. I'm not going to sit here and say like I've got all my tools in the shed. No, but
Right.
but I live in the real world as well.
Same here. Same here. I ain't got it. I ain't the I got a few screws loose in my kit and caboodle, but all the pieces are there.
Right. Well, I'm going to
So
drop back down and go into that, ladies. But I just wanted to come with a little info. Some might be
well, that was
true,
nice.
some is allegedly. So
It's
the
alleged.
bleaching
Yeah,
thing,
we'll just say that.
yeah, the bleaching thing kind of really concerns me a lot too. That's a really
Yeah.
awful
That
sign.
is concerning. It is. It's self-hate is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Lord
all
have
right.
mercy.
Good. Have a
Thank you
wonderful
so much
day,
for sharing. I
ladies.
appreciate you. Thank you, Toya. We appreciate
Bye.
you.
Yeah, you have a good one,
See you in the
Toya.
chat.
All right.
That's
Lord,
crazy. Why folks don't want to be their own complexion?
I don't know. I don't know, child. I don't know. It's a lot of self hate that go on with people, and it's unfortunate, maybe. You know what I mean? But I hear
Yes,
some people here talking
I don't
about.
even like to wear like foundation and stuff like that
I,
because I don't
I've
feel like it be the same color as my face.
I've never been a makeup type girl. And I think
Yeah,
makeup is really, really pretty. I just can't. I've never, So yeah, it's not my
it's not for
thing.
everybody.
It's not for
It ain't for
everybody. It's just
everybody.
not for me.
Yeah,
But when you go
me
so
either.
far as to have to bleach your skin, that's a deeper issue.
Yeah,
That's
it
unfortunate.
is.
Because
It
Lord,
is
gee,
very
let me see, is that
unfortunate.
you?
Yes, Miss O, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hey,
Hey, Mimi.
Hey, Lady Tia,
Hey, I
how
wanted
you
to.
doing?
I'm doing good. I wanted to expound on the military vet people because I have my oldest kids. Their father is ex-marine, and I have a good friend of mine. We've been friends about 5 6 years, and he's older and he's ex-military as well. And my older friend, he really struggles with his PTSD to where he's like, I think he's at 100%. Because they put it in percentage when it comes to depression when they diagnose you in the military, and I think he's at either 80% or 100% depression, and also 75% in PSTD. And when I tell you, it's really hard for me, even as his friend, being so long being his friend, to keep him as a friend because some of the things he do are so irrational sometimes. He's very lonely. It's just him and his dog. He's been married 3 times. And with his loneliness, it makes me feel bad because he's not a bad person. He just can't, he don't know how to socialize with people well. Um, he has an issue with alcohol, very bad. I'm talking about really bad alcohol abuse, and seeing him being sober at one point to seeing him when he get drunk, he don't even know when to stop type of alcoholism. He's even been in the hospital behind his alcoholism. He also tells me that he can't sleep at night because he think about the things that he's been through in the military. So it's hard to walk away from him because I feel so bad for him. But the irrational things that he do sometimes, I know the military and that background has something to do with it. So when you were saying it's a lot of people in the sector that are ex-military, and we see these type of irrational behaviors, or a type of military type of structures that they have, it just made me think about him. Also, my oldest kids, their dad, when he gets in the space where I don't know what it is, he wants to close himself off from everybody. So he will like go in the room and shut the door and won't come out for days. And I feel like they are kind of shell shocked in ways. It just depends on what type of era you was in the military. My eldest friend, being that he's older, I think he was basically in the military when they really was going to war. He can't sleep at night because he said he all when he closed his eyes, all he do is see those type of things, what was going on when he was overseas. So I just wanted to add that
That's so
to it when it comes
sad.
to the military.
yeah,
That's
that's
sad. Well, that's
that's
very
real
nice of
sad.
you to still be be a friend to him even when he's behaving irrationally. So he's lucky to
Mhm.
have you as a friend.
Absolutely. And Miss T Tricia said, Miss T Tricia said, I am a vet, ex-army. Some of these folks are putting on to strike fear or pretending to be something that they are not. You know what I mean? So that's a good point too, Miss T Tricia. That's a good
And
point
that is
too.
such a pretty picture
Ain't that
too.
a pretty picture, Miss
Uh,
T Tricia?
that's that pretty smile of hers.
Yeah, she is
Yes.
sweet as she can be.
Yes.
And yeah, I'm not saying that
Mhm.
everybody in the military had the same experience. It's just
Right, yeah.
a lot
Right.
have had some turbulent experiences, and some don't tend to understand that. It's a lot of vets and vets that are out here on these streets that are bums
Oh yeah,
um,
absolutely.
because they
Absolutely.
can't cope with life. They can't
Yes.
cope with certain things because of that, and it's
Yeah.
unfortunate that the VA don't have nothing to give
Yes.
these people to help them out. And you know, they're filling up the streets. They're filling up the
Yes.
because they have nowhere to go, and their mental is all scattered because
Yeah.
they can't get back to reality on things. That's just like being in the prison system.
Yeah.
You being there so
Yeah.
long,
Yeah.
you can't face reality. Once you get out here, you don't know how to cope. And I think that's just it's just
Yeah.
terrible that that happens to a lot of people when it comes to the military. They recruit all the time, but they do not
Yeah.
tell you about what could potentially happen to you mentally once you
Yeah.
get up out of there.
I can attest to the fact that there is a large percentage of homeless people that are ex-military. They are veterans, and because they have like you said, some type of trauma and PTSD. They can't function in larger society, so they can't hold down apartments
Right.
and jobs. And I think it's real sick how we treat our veterans.
How they
I've seen
treat
so
them.
many.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because they should
I've
not
seen
be
so many.
homeless.
Right, they should not be homeless. You served your country,
No.
and you
They
should not be
served our
treated
country.
this way. You
That's
should not be
right.
treated this way. So yeah, you're right
And
about
the
that,
VA
lady.
hospitals don't be worth a shit.
Right, they
Either
be
They
so
I don't know about
don't.
small.
all of them, but
Yeah,
the ones out here,
yeah,
they get treated like fucking second grade citizens. It is ridiculous.
yeah,
Yeah,
And then
they
they get looked at
practice.
as the crazy man, the crazy homeless man. But that man ain't crazy. That man just done seen a whole lot. And depending on how
yeah,
old they are, the older ones have seen the worst because
That's
they
what.
actually
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
were at Vietnam or
yeah,
you know what I'm saying,
yes,
stuff like that. They saw the worst of the worst, and then they just are forgotten about, and it is
yes,
so sad to see.
yes.
yeah,
I don't think
absolutely.
our veterans
Risk
need to
their
be treated
life.
that way. Yes, serve their
Yeah,
country
they
well,
risk their life,
and to
serve
come
their
back home and
country.
be, yeah, and just throw them out on the,
See their friends and the people that they serve side by side with. Some of them get killed, have to
Yeah, they
actually
yeah,
kill other people themselves. Like
yes,
that can't be
shell shock.
easy.
yeah,
Being
and
shell shocked
you
here
Yeah,
in
know,
America. Then
yeah,
when these vets that are shell shocked because they now back in the states and they're back home with their family members and they can hear a firework and think about war. And
and
it's very
yeah, and it
unfortunate
takes them
that that
back.
happens.
That's so
And
sad.
it's I pray for those who have family members dealing with I'm sorry dealing with those having those loved ones that they love and they just don't know what to
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
right.
absolutely. I agree. I
But I'm
agree.
off
It
here,
don't
Miss
make
Ho,
no
because my
sense.
son keep calling me.
Okay,
Y'all have
baby.
a great day.
Thank you,
Thanks for
Lady
that
T.
input.
All right,
Yeah, she
later.
brought up a very good.
Yeah.
She brought up a very good point. Angela White said,
Mhm.
"I'm at work with Olivia, speaking and listening to your live. Love it. And those on your panel are beautiful as you are. Hello, everyone. Hello,
Oh, that's
Angela,
so
and
sweet.
thank you so much. It's sweet."
That's
But
very
yeah,
kind.
Mimi, she brought up a very good point. I don't think what I was trying
Yes.
to say is I think it's so ungrateful for our veterans to be treated the way that
Yeah.
they are. Because they served their country. They should
That's a
have to
slap
come
in the
back
face.
home and not get no help from the trauma of being in the
That's right.
military.
That's right. No cat like not even no counseling, not even
Yeah,
psychiatric help. Just throw them in a crazy home and treat them
yeah,
like that. And they treat them people like they prisoners in those
yeah,
places. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like and then
So,
it's because of the government. Then they're casted out on the streets, and then they're looked
yeah,
at by society as a lazy,
right,
crazy
right.
crackhead and stuff like that. And
Yeah,
that don't even be the case in a lot of the cases. That don't be what it is, and it's
yeah.
really
Oh,
sad.
God.
And they have
I don't
to
like that.
resort to asking us to give them change and stuff like
Yeah.
that just so they can fucking eat. And
Mm-hmm.
it shouldn't be like that. My little sister was in the military. It take a very strong person to go into some
Yeah.
shit like that, because
That's what. Yeah.
I never
Yeah.
once considered trying to go into the military. It's not
Yeah,
for
me
me.
either. My niece actually considered it. She was in
Yeah.
ROTC when she was in high school, and she wanted to transition onto the Navy. And after we started around about that time, we started hearing about women getting raped and abused and killed, and all of this and all of that, and she decided not to do it. But my other thing is too, going into the military and say you be thrown into active duty, you never know if you're able to deal with something like that or not. Everybody's mental
Right.
state is different. And if you're thrown into that type of trauma, you don't know how, you're going to react to it coming out on the other end. If you make it home alive,
That's
you
true.
don't know what the after effects of that trauma. I mean, you taking people's lives, you seeing your friends gunned down or whatever beside you.
Right.
You don't know what effect that's gonna have on you. And we live in
And
a
then they
very
see
different
and they
world.
see civilians get hurt,
Yes,
children sometimes get hurt. That is
yes,
traumatizing.
that's right. Like
Like
Tracy said, they
I
try to
watch a
drug and
crime.
alcohol.
I could watch a crime story that could
Yeah,
get me in my feelings to have me mad for the rest of the day. And that's just me watching the secondhand information of somebody that's been harmed. I couldn't
yeah,
imagine seeing it with my own eyes.
yeah. Me
Like
either.
that's
You know what
that's
I mean?
that's crazy. Sad
Child.
too.
Mm-mm, mm-mm,
And then
mm-mm.
and some people will be thinking, it ain't been no war in so long. The world is fine. I'll go into the military. And you never know. The next day you could be looking
Yeah,
how everything was going, and then they was shipped off to Iraq and was
yes,
gone all them years for
yes.
nothing.
We just got out of a 20-something year war, so over
Yes,
in
all these
Afghanistan.
years.
And
And
what if you just
nobody
went
brought
into
them home.
Yeah, and what if you just went into military so you can go to college? You know what I mean? Or something
Right.
like
'Cause
that. You didn't really go there to
yes,
serve
a lot of
and
people
be in the
go to the
war.
military for that reason. A lot of
Yeah,
people do it for that reason or for a
yeah,
career path. And serving the country, of course, is what they have to do. But a lot of times, that don't be the ultimate reason they're going, which don't
right,
make don't make them any worse or any better. But
right,
sometimes it's a survival thing. They go for
yeah,
survival. Some people go to
yeah,
the military because they can't find a job and
right,
can't find anything else, and don't
right,
have a loving family to be patient with them, and they got to
yeah,
leave and find something to do right then and there. It
yeah,
happens, and
yeah,
don't even know if they're gonna live and come home. And
yeah.
them damn troops was in Iraq for 2 freaking decades.
Yes, 2 decades.
Iraq since I was in high school. For what?
Oh my God. Yeah.
For what?
I can't even imagine. You know what I mean? And like you said, when they come back home, they got all the trauma they dealing with. And I've heard stories
Yeah.
of some of the older guys that was in a homeless shelter when I was working there, and most of them were
Uh,
in Vietnam. And they were really
yes.
old. They couldn't get
Those are the
proper
ones that
health.
I've met
Yeah,
that
yeah, they
got
can't get
really,
proper
really
housing.
tragic stories.
Yeah, really tragic, really tragic. And
Bad.
I've seen men, wake up out of bed hollering and screaming, in the shelter,
Uh-huh.
all of this stuff, because they could, and we try to get them services, from the Veterans Hospital and stuff. And like somebody said
Uh-huh.
earlier, getting services for some veterans, it's like pulling teeth, trying to get them housing.
Goodness.
It's just
That's
really bad.
crazy. You
It's
would
just
think
really
that they
bad.
would have them people set up somewhere to where I wouldn't even give a damn if you could just put in each state put a big old housing
Yes.
project or something
It ought to be a
to where
program.
to
I
where
absolutely agree. Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
something just for them. Like, come
Yes,
on now, as
absolutely.
much as resources get wasted on bullshit,
Yes, Yes.
Come on now.
Look at all those millions of dollars of equipment. That's like a slap in the face to taxpayers. All
Right. All
those
that
millions
stuff.
of dollars of equipment they left over there in Afghanistan. You know, that was like a
Yeah.
slap in the face. That's
I mean
ridiculous.
that whole Afghanistan situation was a waste of money. Period.
Yes, absolutely. 20 years? Come on, really? You can't see the problem. One problem that I have with the United States is that you can't go to somebody else's country and try to impose democracy on them.
Girl.
You can't impose your will on another country's
On
will.
them.
You know, that's so
Yeah.
excessive, you know.
That's
And
crazy.
so,
That's crazy.
yeah,
And
yeah,
then and then for the life of me can't understand. You had one president that set this in motion, and we done had how many presidents since?
right,
And it took all of them. We went through all of that. You know, Obama, bless his heart, had 2 terms
yeah,
to bring them home, and they
yeah,
just never brought them back, and that
yeah,
is just crazy to me.
yeah.
Cause I
Yeah,
wasn't
like
even
Houston said,
I felt like we was kind of stuck with Biden, and we just didn't want Trump, but at least
well,
he brought him back.
yeah, at least we had to get somebody. We had to get Trump out of there, and it was just
Yes,
it
we
had
done
to be
took
somebody
anybody.
like Biden's old ass. It had to be somebody like him. But you know he gonna run
Yeah.
again. The Houston Bridge said the
Uh huh.
arrogance of us and imperialism. You're right about that, Houston Bridge, and trying to pose your will on other countries. That's why a lot of foreigners, a lot of
That's
people
why
in
they hate
countries, they
us.
don't like us.
Yes, they hate us.
Yeah,
We're
they hate us.
entitled, is what they say.
Yeah. And it's
Spoiled
not
and
even the
entitled.
everyday average American. It's the government. It ain't
It's the
us.
government, cause we can't stand their asses either.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But
Shit.
they don't see that,
Shoot.
you know. And so
Yeah, they
yeah.
don't know that. They think we're all like that. No, we're
Yeah.
not all like that. And then they all the shit that's going on with them putting all these bills and laws in place trying to make it to where next year it's gonna be hard for black people to vote. They trying I feel like and then they didn't impeach Trump fully. How did he get impeached twice but didn't really get impeached? They trying to
Exactly.
set him up so that he
And
can
they
run
still
again.
not doing nothing to him. Like he got all this power, like for
No,
what he ain't never been
they
an ex
wanted
drug
him to
addict.
run
Like
again.
what you mean? You right. But that's that white privilege. Hey Houston Bread, is this you?
Hey, man.
Yes, ma'am. You know I had to come up here real quick for this one.
Come on, baby. Come
Hey,
on.
Mr. Brand.
Hey, what's up, Mimi? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are
Yeah.
you?
I'm all right. I like when Miss O starts talking about these topics. So I just finished up working, so I wanted to come up, offer a couple thoughts, if that's okay with you, ladies.
Oh,
Absolutely. Go
yes. We
ahead.
would
Go
love to
ahead.
hear it.
Okay. Well, yeah. So, Miss O, to expound on what I said about the arrogance of U.S. imperialism, and I followed up with this comment you have highlighted that developed nations always like to use democracy to go to these alleged third world or developing nations to rob them of their resources, right? And you were talking about how U.S. imperialism or like dominance of these Western nations like makes other nations hate us. And y'all were getting into the complexity that Black people have being like civilians in this country, but also being treated as second class citizens. But you do have a lot of people in other nations that look at the US as a whole, and they're not really able to kind of stratify like the different levels of citizens that we have here, if that makes sense, you know?
Makes sense. It
It makes
does.
Right.
absolute sense.
So if they have a bomb that is ravishing their cities, their villages, their towns, they're not going to be like, "Oh, but Black people are suffering there." They're going to be like, that country as a whole is basically terrorizing my country, my children, my neighborhoods so that they can continue thriving. Because we don't know the intricacies of these other nations and like all that. We just kind of see them as the Middle East. Like that's kind of like what does that even mean? I mean, geographically okay, but we don't understand the nuances. So in the same way, like you're saying, like we hate our government too. It's just like when I started getting into internationalism and how the US and Great Britain in particular really use democracy as a guise and permission to go to these other countries and just make these like really messed up deals with their leaders and then screw them over. Mimi, you're right. It really is mirrored here because I don't really believe in a Republican Party or a Democrat Party. There's just the elite that are ruling us
Oh,
and
yes.
using us as pawns to
Uh-huh.
get richer. So that's it. That's all I had to say.
No, thank you for sharing because you're
I
absolutely
agree.
right.
I
That's not.
agree. Yes,
Yeah, me
Mhm.
yes,
too.
yes. Thank you for adding to that because
Especially when she said that they try to impose their imperialism, and like she said, there is really no Democrat or Republican Party. It's just the elites trying to control us down here. That's why
the
they even
privilege.
pit black people against white people.
Right.
It's a control
That's
issue
right.
as well. They want us everyday Americans to go back and forth, even if it's just based on race, so that we can be so off kilter, so that we won't realize the foolery that the elites are doing. See, that's what's really going on. So I agree with you, Houston Bread. White people
Right.
don't
And
Yeah.
I
know
think I
that they
had.
are pawns.
Yeah, and I think I have some relatively controversial ideas when it comes to like economics in this country. But I
Mhm.
always say that there's no lower class, middle class, upper class. There's just working class and there's the
Yeah,
rich. And if you
yeah,
have to work in order to survive, you're working class. It doesn't matter if you make
right,
300,000 a year, because a lot of people, the more money they make, capitalism convinces you to spend more money. So
Uh-huh.
yeah,
ultimately,
And
you're
they live so they
continue.
live the same way as I do.
Right, right. So like ultimately you're continuing to work harder and you're never happy, because like that's not the goal of capitalism. The goal of capitalism is for you to keep working so that
right,
the rich can keep getting richer. Like
right.
it's
Right.
it really is sick when you think about it. Like it's really
Yeah,
sick.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's
Yeah.
also unfortunate how so many people are, you know, so many people, for lack of a better term, so many of us are sheep in this country. That if we could
Mhm.
just open our eyes, or wake up, if we could be what they say, if we can wake up and be woke or whatever, we would realize it's really just the working class, everyday American against the elites, and everything else in between is a control issue. They want to
Mhm.
control the masses with a whole bunch of nonsense
Yeah.
and chaos. You know what I mean? And it's unfortunate. And if we could ever stop and just think about what's really going on in this country, I really think we could make a difference. But because we are so divided on purpose, that's never going to
Mhm.
happen. And so
Mhm.
the easiest way to do that, in my opinion, is to do the whole race situation. Because we
Mhm.
know that this country is founded on racism. And so
Mhm.
that's the easiest way to get us and keep us divided and off kilter, so that we won't realize who our real enemy is. And our real enemy is the 1%. Is this you, Toya?
Mhm.
Come on, say that again. The 1%.
Yeah, that's the real issue. Toya, is this you? Toya? Sorry about that, y'all. I had to put the banner up. Toya, if it's you, it's something wrong with your sound. But yeah, Houston Bread, you are absolutely right about that. I absolutely
Yeah,
thanks for
and
dropping down and adding some context to the
yeah.
conversation.
No, for sure.
You
I mean,
know,
like I just finished up working, so when I came in, y'all were talking about veterans, and I definitely agree. I mean, I think we as like Americans are really desensitized to the trauma that a
yeah,
lot of those troops experience, like what y'all were talking about. But
yeah,
also, like Miss O, you're hitting on a really profound point about the dividing, like what they push for us to kind of argue about, so that we don't focus on like the lack of resources. Like we've been in a
yeah,
pandemic for well
yeah,
over a year, right? And
yes,
like our
yes,
government has gotten away with sending us like measly
mm,
money. People are getting evicted. People are starving,
yes,
and
yes,
we're sitting here arguing about silly ass things
And
like
they
race
setting
relations.
traps too, making it
Yes.
yes,
easy to get these PPP loans, knowing that
Yeah,
ain't
Yeah.
nobody
yeah,
gonna hop on that but niggas, and they gonna get all this money, and they setting them as traps. I don't care what nobody
yes,
say. That
yeah.
right there is a
Hmm.
trap.
I
Yes.
was talking the other day that this black woman, they had it on TV in my state. I forget what city she was from, but she got $600,000 in PPE loan money, and now she's in federal court. I'm thinking, girl, what were you thinking about?
It was this woman
Yes.
in my state that not only did she get like $100,000 and then spent it so quick because they gave her an option to pay it back because that's what they
Mm,
do. They will actually allow you to give the money back. But
mm,
you caught them because you see they spending all this money and where do it come from? Because that's how people get caught. If you getting this loan for your business and you're not spending it on the business. You went and bought a car or you went and bought a house. This woman
Hmm.
went and bought I don't know what. And what got her caught up was she was on housing.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
She was on Section 8. The
Ugh.
Section 8 office is the one that actually called her up because you got to report your income. Then,
Oh
this is
my
the kicker.
god.
Then she turned around and when she got caught, made a GoFundMe.
Oh
Lord,
no.
And the title of the
Lord.
GoFundMe was They Trying to Get Me, y'all. You think
Oh
so?
no.
Uh-uh.
You think
Oh
they trying to
no.
get you? No, you got them. They want their money back.
They want their money back. Why would you put
Talking
yourself
about
in
her
that
kids. Talking about my
situation?
kids need me.
Oh
Girl,
no.
you what was you thinking about? You think you can have $100,000 of the government money and they just
Oh
gonna be like,
no.
"Oh, your kids need you, so we'll let you stay out of
Yeah, we gonna
jail."
let you slide. Toya, is this you?
Girl,
It is me. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay,
But
it
yeah,
is me.
but and then the thing is, they really, if you put out a fraudulent PPP loan, that means you stole money from the government. So you still you stole, and of course, if you steal, you know that you're gonna go to jail. Eventually, you're gonna get caught.
Yeah.
So I can't feel sorry for you because you stole money from the government.
But you know
and
who are the
they don't
biggest
play.
thieves
You don't
though?
play with the IRS.
But you
You
know
don't
who the
play with the
biggest
either
thieves
or
are?
market.
The biggest thieves who steal from the government, and that's why I tagged in the chat. And Houston Brad, you made so many great valid points. I now
Mm-hmm.
call us the United States of corporate America. And the
Mm-hmm.
reason why I call us that, these like Amazon doesn't pay taxes.
Mm-hmm.
What's another one?
Comcast. Comcast
Comcast
doesn't
doesn't
pay
pay.
taxes. Yeah.
They don't pay taxes. I believe Tesla doesn't pay taxes.
Mm-mm.
Uh, I believe Apple doesn't pay tax. These are places that are made here in America, or items. Well, not Amazon, of course. They get stuff from all over the world, especially China. But the point is, their headquarters are here in this country, and they don't pay taxes. To me, when we don't pay taxes, what happens to us? We
Clank
go to
clank.
jail.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I what makes me angry because I am a progressive. I don't like to call myself really much of a Democrat because in the word progressive means progress to move forward. And to me, all the money that we spent on, especially in Afghanistan, we could have had free health care. Most developed countries
Come
have
on
free
now.
health care.
I know the
The
UK
UK,
does. Europe, yeah,
our neighbors in Canada have free health care. You know,
yeah.
Cuba, for Pete's sakes, has free healthcare. People here in the United States go to Cuba to get surgeries. You know why? Because they can't afford it here. So they go to Cuba, where actually in Cuba, they have great doctors down there, believe it or not. But here in America, we're number one, not really. And we're supposed to be the best. No, we're the fattest and the slowest and the dumbest. And I'm seeing now we have the No Child Left Behinders. That is the George W. Bush era of kids, the standardized test kids, who now can't even comprehend and use critical thinking skills to what is right, what is wrong, and stop believing everything that you see. Do your research. I'm finding that
Well, I
very
mean,
troubling.
this is to further put people asleep. You know, the public school
Right.
system is a mockery. It's ridiculous. You know, nowadays you used to go to school, public schools, and you could actually learn something. But these days, these children are simply being warehoused, and it's no child left behind thing. They don't want your kids to learn. You can graduate from high school and not even know how to read. Okay, it's ridiculous. Not even understand how to read your diploma. You know, that's what no child left
Well,
behind means. You know, and
and
because
Miss
I've
O, if
seen.
I'm sorry,
Go ahead, baby.
Miss O, if I could add to that real quick, I'm sorry for cutting you off, but
No
just real
problem.
quick, like, yeah, so my eyes were significantly open when I learned that all of these various systems of oppression rely on each other. So like when we talk about the mass incarceration issue that this country has and the school to prison pipeline, right? Like our schools are not set up infrastructurally or even like pay wise, the way that we pay our and compensate our teachers for us to actually give a fuck about our kids. They're set up to teach our kids compliance. So
Yeah, yeah,
we're basically setting up our kids to be able to work for these corporations, not to
yeah.
be thought leaders, not to be innovative, like not
Yep.
to do any of that, but to follow rules. And any kid that cannot follow rules is penalized as opposed to
Yes.
explored, as opposed to analyzed and studied and encouraged, right? And then when we
Right.
add race on top of that, it's even further compounded. When we add poverty on
Yes.
top of that, it's further compounded. So how then
Yes.
can we
Mhm.
look at our children and blame them for
Yes.
continuing to perpetuate the issues that the former generations have had when we never
Yes.
gave them the tools and we never as a country had any kind of intention of doing so?
Yes.
Like it
Facts.
just really
Absolutely.
disgusts me that we want to point to these parents and point to these teachers
Yes.
and these principals that even
Yes.
if they mean well, when you don't have money or resources, what the hell are you supposed to do? And this country
Yeah.
just continues to push this propaganda, pull
Yeah.
yourselves up by the bootstraps when the majority of this
Yes.
country doesn't even have shoes. It's
Exactly.
wilding.
Exactly.
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 That's it.
I mean,
It's
and
just the
here's
truth.
another thing, just to think of coming back to education. We talk about the public school system. So now, even after public school, kids can barely go to college. I mean, I graduated in 2000. So I graduated when George W. came in. And it took me a while for me to graduate from school. And I'm a millennial who is going to be in student debt and still out here struggling because I did everything I was supposed to do by getting a college education and all that, like millions of us have, and still having to wonder, like, will I have money or savings left if, especially during the pandemic for like healthcare or anything else like that. And now, I have some friends who I went to college with who had to put up a second mortgage on their house so they can pay for their child's college education. And this was in the mid 2000s during the George W. Bush era. So I'm imagining how more expensive it is now, and I'm talking 15 years ago.
Well, in some countries they also provide free college education. Free free tuition to universities and stuff in some countries as well. Bernie
Yep,
Sanders was
Germany.
talking about that. But
Hmm.
this we live in a capitalistic America, and the only thing that they care about really in this country is money. Not even people. It's
That's right.
always money over everything. People, and when it comes to black people in particular, if you really want to see. The thing is, what Houston Brett, I absolutely agree with what she's saying, and I want to add to this. Say you said you're a millennial, right? I'm a Gen Xer, right? So in a lot of communities, you have a lot of Gen Xers that have had children, right? And they don't push the importance of education simply because the importance of education was never pushed to them. Do you know what I mean? And it was never pushed to them because of lack of proper education, social economic status, not realizing you have to be the best at what you do. See, like, and I had a lot of elder people in my family, preaching, I gotta be the best. You gotta go to school. You gotta get your education. You have to go to college. You have to be the best at, even if somebody is mediocre, you gotta be more than mediocre. Just so you gotta work so much harder, to make it in this world. But you have a lot of young people, you have a lot of parents that don't even realize that. So how can you preach that to your children if that was number one never preached to you? And then you get so there's an issue with generational wealth, right? If you are used to living in a world to where your socioeconomic status is always low and all you know is how to make it, you just want to provide from one paycheck to another, from one job to another. How can you practice, how can you preach generational wealth, or advancing your education? How can you even preach that, and you have been so bogged down and all you've seen is generation after generation of people just trying to get by, just trying to make it? You become accustomed to that,
Right.
and that is by design, in my opinion. Especially when it comes to our community,
Absolutely.
they don't want you to strive
Absolutely.
harder or work harder. And
Right.
Absolutely.
it's just really sad. Would you say, Houston?
And and Miss O, like so for instance, this is why I cannot unsee how all of these things interact with each other, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
Hollywood and movies and all that shit is fickle, that shit is superficial, that shit is for
Yeah.
play. but it really drives home the importance of representation and seeing yourself. So white kids are able to dream because they see themselves in 80% of the content that's out there. Black
Yeah.
kids are limited to, okay, I can sell drugs, okay, I can be a basketball player. But when we
Right.
don't see ourselves, we cannot dream. So to
Right.
the point that you're making, if we don't
Right.
have any previous examples of what
Yes.
economic success will look like beyond selling
Yes.
drugs, how then are we
Yes.
supposed to dream? And again,
Yes.
like
Absolutely.
I was speaking with Vibrant in the chat when I said that the dismantling of economic opportunities for the average person was
Yes.
intentional. But and
Yes.
people don't want to think about that. But if a country has people that are very interested in investing in their own communities, independent of a government's agenda for a community, that is a threat because
Yes.
a
Absolutely.
government relies upon compliance. A government
Yes.
relies
Yes.
upon a sheepish type of people because when you
Yes.
don't have sheep, you then have revolution because
That's
then
that.
people demand more.
What? What? Say that again. Go back. Say that again. If
I
you don't
said
what?
I think I said if you don't have a compliant people, then you have revolution because the
Yes,
people
ma'am.
begin to demand more for
Period.
themselves.
Yes, ma'am. Mimi, is this you? Is this
Yeah,
you,
it's
Mimi?
me. My daughter was calling me, and I didn't get to
Okay.
hear what she said, child. It
Okay.
sounded like it was
But you,
something good.
it was. He said if you don't have say it one more time, Houston.
But so I was basically talking about how the government relies on people being sheep. Because if
Yes.
you don't, as
Uh-huh.
a government, if you don't have a compliant people, then you have revolution because people begin to
Exactly.
demand more. Which, like,
Exactly.
Ah,
People begin to
honestly,
okay.
y'all,
demand more. See, that's a
And they
word
don't
right
want
there. But you
that.
know what? That's right. You know when they
mhm,
tell you and it goes back, and I'm gonna break it down in my way that I know how to break it down. Houston Bread is
Come
mhm.
on, mister.
absolutely right. If they can keep you poor, if they can keep you sleep,
Yes.
especially when it comes to our community, we will not rise up. Why do you think
Mhm.
this whole country was in an uproar after this? Well, white America was in an uproar, in this country because they got scared. They got scared at what happened in Georgia. Okay, one black woman, one chunky black woman by the name of Stacey Abrams flipped the state of Georgia. She took the state of Georgia's voters away from Donald Trump and gave them to Joe Biden. Do you see? So one black woman did that. And if one black woman can flip a whole state, okay, what can a lot of black people do across the country? When we start wanting more and we start teaching more and we start demanding more, that is called a revolution. So they want
Yes,
to keep you
ma'am.
asleep. They want to keep you
That's
poor.
right.
They want to keep you
Yes, ma'am.
struggling so you won't
Yes, ma'am.
rise up. So Houston
Child,
Brand is
the
right
white
about that.
people,
She said a
the
Yeah,
word.
white folks is in the uproar because it's all black people only left on Big Brother. We can't even have a damn
that is
TV show.
that's true. Yes.
Well,
They
that's
is
what
Here's
mad
another.
Houston Brand
because
said
all the
too.
niggas is left standing on Big Brother. And when
That's
you
what
look in
Houston
them
Brand was talking
comments,
about.
ooh,
Mimi,
they
that's
is
what Houston
mad,
Brand was
honey. I
talking about
love
when
it.
she
Uh,
said
And
we don't see ourselves on the big screen. So how can
right,
we dream?
exactly. Yes.
and
Yes.
here's
And
another. Here's another thing. White America and the white population in general are very scared because we got those census reports that came back, and it's not looking too good. Because especially now with the virus, their birth rates are even getting speeding up lower because of the virus. And then there's also with the opioid epidemic as well that is hitting that community like crack, but they're
Well,
dying. Uh,
hey, Ronnie Q, and what I want to say to that as far as the birth rate goes, people, I mean, they don't realize that a lot of people, a lot of Anglos don't realize that everything you try to do to us, it's going to be magnified when it comes to them. Do you see what I'm saying? So if you have
mhm,
their birth rate, our birth rate has declined as well, but their birth
right.
rate has declined greater. As far as the opioid addiction, they put crack in our community, okay? And now they
Yes,
got
they
meth
did.
and fentanyl killing everybody left and right, and these pills. When we go to the doctor, they don't want to give your black self any type of pain medication, but they was doling it out to these Anglos like Tic Tacs, and now
They
you
were
got a
killing their
whole
own.
crisis. Now you got a whole pill crisis on your hand. But like I said, whatever they try to do to you is going to be done greater to them, and it is their white privilege and ignorance that is not allowing them to realize, like you're trying to harm us, and you are harming us, but you're harming yourself more. But as
There it
long as
is.
you can keep your people asleep, as long as even if they're living in a broke down trailer, okay, in bumfuck nowhere America, as long as you can keep them thinking they still are better than the richest black man, they still gonna work. They still gonna steal, kill, and destroy for you. Okay, and that is what the elites are dependent on. But until a lot of these people wake up, nothing's ever going to change. But
Well,
Houston Brand said, if you keep them dumb, there will be no revolution. Okay, so
Right.
and
I
and
agree with
and
that.
Miss O, two quick thoughts. Two quick thoughts, real quick, because I want to hop back in the chat because being in the chat is fun. But two quick
Okay.
thoughts. Oh, sorry, I think the Ronnie Q come up.
Is that you, Ronnie?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, go
Hey,
ahead,
Ronnie
Houston.
Q.
Okay,
Hi,
so just
everyone.
hey Ronnie Q,
Hi.
just two quick thoughts. The first one being that I don't know how to say the government is smart, they're very intentional, they know what they're doing. So when there
Yeah.
were uprisings across the globe in response to the deaths of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, what did we then
Yes.
start seeing happen? Mitt Romney says Black Lives Matter. They're painting Black
Mm,
Lives Matter on the road. But what
mm.
legislation did it pass to stop us from getting murdered? All they did
None.
Zero.
was nullify our rage. And now a
Yes.
year later on the anniversary, people think that everything is good because Black Lives Matter is on the fucking road. That's one
Right.
Right.
thing. Number
Right.
two, at the people think that like white people or the government is just inherently evil, but at the
Right.
core of all of these things is actually fear. Because to Tanya's
Yes.
point, they just fear black people, marginalized communities seeing their power and then acting in it.
Yes.
If you continue
Yes.
That
to
is
push
it.
this propaganda that you're less than, that all of
Yep.
your woes are your fault, then you keep
Yep.
people blaming themselves and not looking at
Yep.
a government that we give millions of dollars to a year and
Yes.
expecting it to actually support its people. That's all I have.
Yes.
Thank y'all.
You're
It,
absolutely
Come
right.
through,
You
Houston
know,
Red.
we
right
don't
on,
hold
Houston.
we don't
Right
hold
on.
our elected
Smart
we don't
motherfucker,
hold our
you.
elected yeah, we don't hold our elected officials accountable either. You know, like Houston Brand said, the uprising around the world about the George Floyd killing. So people start saying woke. White people start saying talking about white privilege. They let you paint Black Lives Matter on the street. But after that, what legislation has been passed? Because when the Asians
None.
started being attacked,
None.
there was quickly legislation, hate crime legislation, put out and passed when it comes to the Asians. But what about us? Forever we have had on a continuous
And I was
basis,
gonna
we
say
have
the
civil
Asian
rights
attacks, they were
violations.
horrible,
You
but
know,
it wasn't nowhere near as
we've
going.
been what the agents went through. We've been our forefathers,
We've been going
our
through that.
ancestors, my elders have been dealing with this forever. But let two or three
Yeah, we.
Asians get attacked, and oh my God, the
Yeah.
whole world is in an uproar. So Houston Brand is right about that. But the problem is we like a good sermon. If you can talk a good
Right.
game, if you can calm black folks down, what I mean, they'll calm down and we'll move it right along. In our mind, we really know that nothing. We think there's nothing gonna change, but as long as they can say the right thing, we'll calm down. But the problem with that is listening to a good sermon is not getting you anywhere. Okay, they
It
loved
isn't.
you to sleep, they loved you black to sleep,
Yeah,
they
it's just
calmed
to
you
appease
down,
us,
and everything
just for
else
the
goes
moment.
back to the same. Nothing has changed because
Hmm.
we refuse to hold our elected officials accountable. You have to
Right.
demand change,
And
and
then,
you have to
and then
demand
also,
respect.
I wanted to add, no disrespect to the Asians. I don't think nobody should be attacked because of who they are. But we were the only ones that I know considered 3/5 of a person. So,
Mimi, your
I
sound
know.
going out, baby. I can't.
Oh, I'm
Mimi,
sorry. I was walking away from my Wi-Fi. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now,
I was
baby.
about to get in my I was about to get in my car. I was saying, yeah, I hate what happened to those few Asian people, and that's horrible. But
Mm,
we get overlooked because we were the only ones that were considered 3/5 of a person. I don't.
absolutely.
I ain't never seen no other race being not even considered a full-fledged human being, but 3/5 of a human being.
Yes,
So that's
absolutely.
just what I wanted to add to that.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. You are
I,
absolutely right.
and when
Hey,
it
Ronnie
comes
Q.
to oh,
I'm sorry.
Hi, Miss Olivia. And
Hey, baby.
you're absolutely correct about the legislation and we had so many people coming out to support the Black Lives Matter movement, and then the George Floyd bill has just been sitting stagnant in Congress. It
Yes,
has not moved anywhere, but that
yes,
anti-Asian bill moved with light
yes,
force through the
yes,
legislator. And it's just like you just look at it like, I mean, it just moved lightning
Yes.
fast through
Yes.
everything. And
Yes.
we have been going through this since the 60s, and
Yes.
and it reached a boiling point all over the world. We had all nations standing up with us to support us through this Black Lives Matter movement, and
Right.
nothing has happened with this bill
Right.
to
Right.
support the Black Lives Matter movement. And it
Yeah.
just and they put these little symbols up to like show like, oh, we're supporting you and this, that, and the other, but you have not seen anything to equate that there's going to be any types of change. People are still being brutalized and
Yes.
killed by the police.
Can
And
I
the
add
thing
some
about
context to that, Ronnie? Ronnie, let me. I don't want to stop you, but let me add some context to that because we've seen this. We refuse to learn from our mistakes, so we keep replaying and we keep making the same mistakes. What happened with the George Floyd situation had the whole world being appalled by what being in an uproar. People were protesting all around the world. See, that happened one time before. It happened when Martin Luther King launched during the civil rights movement, right? The civil rights movement was televised in a whole lot of countries. Were disgusted by how our people were being treated, and so that forced all the civil rights laws, right? And so we know that some of the civil rights laws were passed, right? And we had the illusion of inclusion. Now we know that's not the same, but the only reason why they did that, it was to calm the whole world down, because it's all about economics. It's all about the illusion of a democratic society, right? So when you fast forward to the George Floyd situation, that was the same situation, right? And when you say that bill has been stagnant, you are absolutely right. They did that to lull people back to sleep. Nobody's hardly talking about the incident anymore. But like you said, the Asian bill was passed, with lightning speed. Number one, the Asian bill was passed because we know this country is all about the dollar, right? It's all about capitalism, right? And we know that there is a lot of money when it comes to dealing with the Asians. Not only the Asians in this country, but the Asians have a whole continent, have a whole country backing them. So when you have a whole continent, backing you, things are going to happen, right? It's money backing you, right? When it comes to black people, black Americans, when it comes to what do they call it? What do they call us? ADOS. Americans descended from slaves. We don't have any other country, any other continent backing us, should I say. We don't have any generational wealth backing us. And without wealth in this country, there is no power. So when you see something like the Asian bill, they're anti, Asians, whatever you call it, bill. When you see that being passed in a George Floyd bill being stagnant, that is a perfect example of capitalism. That is also a perfect example of what Mimi said, us still being considered 3/5 of a human being, and we don't have any other continent back with any type of wealth backing us. Africa does not really back us because they don't see us as descendants of Africans. They see us as Americans. So when it comes to black people, ADOS people, we are very unique, is that we don't really have a motherland. Every other person in this country has a motherland, and we know that we are descended, from African slaves. We know that our ancestors were born in Africa and stolen, but Africa, and they really don't. They've been colonized and recolonized, so they can't back us even if they want to. They can't even protect their people in Asia. So we really are an island amongst ourselves because we know that we are Americans. We know that we have our blood in this soil, but we know that we don't control any type of wealth. In this country. So we are just kind of left out here fending for ourselves. And I just want to add that context, Ronnie Q. Go ahead.
Miss Olivia, you mean they can't even protect their people in Africa?
Yeah, they can't even protect their own people.
Now,
because they've been colonized and recolonized. Now, they could.
Because there's a heavy Chinese. There's a heavy Chinese presence. Yeah,
right.
there's a heavy Chinese
unified.
presence.
Even though these people, let me tell y'all something. even though the continent of Africa has been colonized and recolonized, if those people will unify in that country, because it is their continent, they could push every other country out of there. It don't matter how many bombs they got. It don't matter how many guns they got. If those people will unify over there, like what do you call that terrorist organization over there on the continent of Africa? What is their name?
Are you talking about in Nigeria?
Yes. I can't think of the name
Boko Haram.
Boko Haram, right? You got a small fraction of terrorists, on the continent, right? And we know that they are crazy, they are sadistic, but they are unified. Now, just think if that whole continent turned into one unifying body. Okay, you will push everybody, every other country out of that continent. But before they would let that happen, they would nuclear bomb that country. They would bomb that continent, not that country, but they would bomb that continent and destroy it. Okay, but really, would they do that? Because there is so many countries are dependent on the continent of Africa because that is the largest body of natural resources.
Natural resources and minerals and wealth.
Really can't. But those people are afraid. They don't want to be bombed. They don't want to be shot up, and all of this and all that. No one really is nothing. You never heard of any country wanting to set nuclear weapons towards the continent of Africa. That reason is why. It's because the continent of Africa is the only continent that is rooted to the earth. That's why all your great resources are silver, gold, diamonds. Those are the things that they get up out the ground to control
plutonium.
Our phones, uranium. All of that is
all that
rich on the continent of Africa. It is just that their people don't even realize the power that they have. They got power that they don't even know that they have. And so we can have something that could ever come into play if Africa could ever regain its could ever become one solid force. We would have more power. People, us black people. I think that would trickle down to ADOS people, but because it's not going on, they don't show any regard for our life. Not only our life, but the life of the Africans either, the indigenous Africans either. And so it's unfortunate.
There's a colonized. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, running Q.
I was watching something, and it was the Chinese have really have a big influence, a really big.
No, that's not true. Wait a minute, Ronnie Q. I didn't mean to stop you, but I repeat everything. Says I'm sorry, Ronnie Q. Our continents are rooted to the earth. That is not true. All of the other continents actually separated from the continent. It was one large landmass. Until what do you call it? Until when everything froze over. And after everything froze over, that's when you got all of these other land masses separating from the continent of Africa. Africa is you can do your research. Africa is the only continent on this planet that is rooted to the earth. Our other continents separated. All of those other land masses, what we call continents now, they separated from the continent of Africa. All right, that's why you have black people in every corner of the globe. That is the reason why. Do you some research? You know what I mean? And so, thank you, Toy. You have a great day too, love. And so y'all know I get in my zone when it's time to teach, right? And so, I'm sorry, Ronnie Q, but go ahead. I just wanted to say that.
I was just amazed that China has a big footprint in Africa, and there's a lot of contractors, getting all the natural minerals and resources and diamonds and gold and things like that. And I was just so outraged that this one company had they were, they're overworking the Africans and all this stuff, basically stealing the resources from Africa. And this one man had this African man down there, and he was beating this African because he wasn't working enough. The man was exhausted, and he had a rope, and he was beating the man in the face, and he had two other Africans sitting this man back up, and the man was collapsing, and he had this rope, and he was beating the man in the face, this Chinese dude on African soil. And I was just like so incensed. I was just like, oh my God. It's just like it's happening again. You're on their land stealing their resources, and you're beating this man to steal their resources because he's not working hard enough for you to steal their resources. And it's just like, it's just like horrible.
It's me, Miss Olivia. Can you hear me?
I hear you, Mimi. Hello?
Oh, okay. Okay.
I think
I had muted myself because I didn't.
Miss Olivia might have fallen off.
Oh, you can hear me though.
I can hear you.
Because I was going
I
through a
can hear
bad
you.
area. That's what
Oh,
she
wait a
fell
minute. I
off. And
muted my mic, y'all. Sorry about that.
oh,
Oh,
I was so mad when I got in because the conversation was getting so good. Then I was in my car and I got in a bad area because I was picking my daughter up from school a little early, and I was like, "Damn, let me hurry get back up there." So I thought my sound might have been messed up.
Oh, Lord.
But what would you?
Y'all
What
continue
would you
talking. I
say
got
was
to get my sound back.
you back, Miss
Hold on.
We
Olivia.
can hear you,
You
Miss Olivia.
back. You back, Miss
I
Olivia.
always forget how to do this.
You back, Miss Olivia.
Sound good, Miss O. What did you say happened? A Chinese man was beating an African man.
Yeah, on African soil because he worked for the Chinese who were over there getting minerals out of Africa, and he was exhausted. And because the Chinese are over there,
Can y'all
getting
hear me?
minerals and stuff, they have a big footprint in Africa now. And
Right. Can y'all
so
hear
it's
me?
yes,
Yeah.
we can hear you, Miss Olivia.
I'm sorry, baby. Go ahead.
Yeah, we can hear you now, Miss Olivia.
And
Okay.
this was on video.
Yeah, yeah,
See,
yeah.
it's stuff like hard to
It's a lot of people from China who are living over in Africa now because China has a big footprint in Africa now because they're over there, getting a lot of minerals and oil and diamonds and gold and everything.
say.
Yeah, they have a big footprint over in Africa now.
Wow.
Right. Yeah, like I said, that's the reason why the continent has been colonized and recolonized, and also China has a big footprint. The Asians, are buying up everything that they can buy up, buying whole countries even. Is because we know that their continent is dying because of
Mhm.
that nuclear power plant Fukushima, and all
Mhm.
of that nuclear waste that's really pretty much killing their continent. That's why they bought up a lot of places, like Jamaica and other places like that. There is so many of them. They have to have somewhere to go, and so they're starting to expand out. But you're right about that. I just want to mention that little part right there. And did you know that they are like when I've read where there are countries in Africa that are ran by the Chinese now, and they won't let their own indigenous African people can't go into these Chinese restaurants. Some of them can't go into the grocery stores, can't move into the communities that the Chinese have built. And this is on, this is in Africa. The indigenous people can't even, like step foot on what's originally their land. That's ridiculous to me. That don't make no sense. And like Houston Bread was saying right here, how China is selling, fake rice to Africans, rice that's made of plastic. It's just ridiculous what's going on over there.
Oh wow.
How the
Yeah,
own indigenous peoples are being treated is ridiculous.
no, I'm not surprised at all. No, I am not surprised at all. I need to do some more looking into. I
That's
just,
crazy.
it just brings you down so much. But I am not shocked or surprised at all.
Yeah.
No, I'm not like
Yeah.
shocked or surprised.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's such a heavy subject. Sometimes your spirit is not up for it because it just
Yes.
makes you so angry. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And sometimes you're just not in the mood to be
Yeah.
in that type of mood. And also,
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about that thing about the way they like to depict the American women. See,
Mm-hmm.
because even though Black people are only like 13% of the population, and they always like to stereotypically depict American women as a certain way, when in fact Black American women are the most the most educated women in the United States of all
Right.
races of women. We have the most higher education than all women in the United States uh, in advanced degrees, and they always like to depict us in television and films as a lesser than type of woman, a
Right.
around the way girl, or
Mhm.
a poor woman, a uneducated woman. That's how they always like to depict us, a neck rolling, angry Black woman. And the statistic shows that we are the most highly educated woman of all women in the United States of America. But they do not like to depict us in any way, shape, or form in mass media as who we really are in the
Yeah.
United States of America.
Yes,
They
propaganda. Yeah.
and see and they don't depict that fact in media, film, or any type of way, and that's why people have the misinformation about who the Black woman really is. And see,
Yeah.
that's another falsehood that is perpetrated around the world about the Black woman, and that the Black woman is the food stamp welfare queen and all this type of stuff, when in fact it is a white woman.
Well, actually, I can add some context as well. When you see all this racist propaganda and these fake stereotypes, the reason why you see seeing more and more of that now is because they know that the black woman is an unstoppable force. They feel that they have the black man. They feel that they have him emasculated, and they feel that they have conquered him. So now you have to use this fake propaganda. Woo, you scared me to death. Wait a minute. Y'all go ahead on the top, Ronnie Q. Let me mic up for a minute.
Yeah, and this emasculation, like they have put so many of our Black men in jail. So that was like the first tactic, I believe, like in the emasculation of the Black man. Like we're gonna like put so many of the Black men in jail, and sidelining Black men in jail with all these high uh mandatory minimals and all this type of stuff. So we're going to get the Black men out of the street, out of the family, and then with these when you get out of jail, you're not going to be able to get a job and all this type of stuff. When white men get out of jail, they're able to get a job because, unlike Black men, they're not stigmatized like Black men because of the racism that's put on top of it. White men, they get out of jail, they're able to get jobs. Black men, they get out of jail, they can't get a job at McDonald's. It's different in Black men getting out of jail and white men getting out of jail. A white man is going to be able to get out of jail and get a job. A Black man is not. You go to jail, you get something on your record, you're done. You're done. You're not going to be able to get a chance.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, right.
yeah.
Yeah,
So a white man can get out of jail. He has connection.
yeah,
It is he's gonna be able to. Somebody is gonna give that white man a chance. You
right.
got a white man with a record and a Black man with a record.
Yeah,
The Black man with a record is through
yeah, absolutely,
because nobody's
absolutely.
gonna give him a chance. Somebody
Right,
gonna get that white man a chance to
right.
make
That's true.
some
But you know what?
decent
Here's the
money.
thing, though. Here's the thing. Here's the thing that um we know that traditionally the black woman is going to protect her man, right? Is gonna let me see who this is. But traditionally, oh, this is Mimi. Mimi, do you want to show your face? I'm gonna add you to.
I turned it on. Girl, I
Okay.
live in the country kind of. It just don't want to let me be great. I had to wait till I got away from my house.
Girl, you a mess.
I was listening and I was like, let me get off because my sound is bad. Can y'all hear me now?
We can hear
I
you.
can hear you, baby.
Okay,
Yes.
good. Okay, well I'm listening. I'll chime back in. I was just listening. trying to hurry up and get the hell out of my area so I can come back.
Your hair look pretty, by the way.
Thank you. Thank.
It's
Yeah, you
pretty.
know,
I like it.
somebody told me that I shouldn't do my hair like this because I'm not black.
What they
I'm
mean
just
by
light
that?
skinned. That well, you know, some people think that I'm like half and half or something like that because I'm so bright, but I'm not.
Girl, that's
I'm
the same
not
thing
half
going
and
in my
half.
family.
Girl,
That's
I don't know. I guess
that. I
because
mean, I done showed you. That's why I was showing the pictures of my like some people that really, really like you. I got a
yeah,
nephew. He ain't a Euro. Yeah, he got blue eyes. You know, half of the kids in this family is lighter than you, me. Okay,
yeah, and I
and
got two black
half of them are
parents.
brown. You know, so
Like
yeah,
both.
we deal with that.
And
Yeah,
both of my parents are black. My mom is mixed, but
absolutely.
my dad is fully black Nigerian at that. And
Yeah,
then my mother is just mixed race, but
yeah,
she the
yeah.
one
We
that got
got
a
blue
white
hair.
parent, not me.
Yeah,
She got
we got my daddy's grandmother was Indian and white, and
uh-huh.
so that's why you get all kind of skin colors coming out of my family. But I get
Right.
it,
And black
I
people
get it.
come in all different shades anyway.
Anyway, that's right. Anyway, so
Always.
yeah,
So it's crazy.
ain't nobody think about this stuff. We get it around here too, child. But they have
Yeah.
these little light skinned babies messed up around here because they all look if you buck around. They fully black, okay?
Yeah, last time I did my hair like this, somebody came in my comments and was like, "You really shouldn't wear locks." And I was like, "Why?" And they were like, "That's cultural appropriation." What? Excuse me, my culture. I mean, I could have sworn I was black, but okay,
Girl,
go off, sis. I'm not finna,
child,
you know, try to
I knew what
convince
you
a fool of what race I am. Though that's not gonna
girl,
happen.
I know what you mean, Mimi. I know what you mean. Like I said, we get it around it too, child. Okay.
Right.
but yeah, but yeah, to
I'm
get
pretty
back
sure
to
it's
what my
irritating.
but it is irritating, baby. It is. It is. But your hair
But
look
what was
pretty.
Miss Ronnie Q saying though? I missed when I was trying to come on. I missed the last part.
Right. She was talking about the way black men are treated like when they get out of jail and all this kind of. But let me read this. She said,
Okay.
Tanya says, black women have been carrying black men on our backs forever. It's time to try a new tactic, accountability. And I would have to agree with Tanya
Ooh,
because
that's
black men have been, they want us to continue to carry them and continue to protect them, but then they want to turn around and disrespect us and turn on us because they are afraid to turn on the people that are really putting their foot on their back. So Ronnie Q was talking
uh-huh.
about how hard it is, for black men to make it, especially if they've been incarcerated, or even if you've gone through all the way through school. Many times the black man will be looked over. You know what I mean? And it
Uh-huh.
is by design. It's because of the system of white supremacy,
That's right.
racism. So why you gonna turn around and get mad at us when we always traditionally got your back? And at some
Yeah.
point in time, you really have to divest
And we
from
will
from
protect
the
them to our
abuse.
detriment. We will protect the
Yes,
black man to our own detriment too.
yes, yes.
Hold them
But when is
down and
enough enough?
everything.
Because like Tanya said, but when are you going to start accepting accountability and start and collectively they feel that they have the black man emasculated and they feel like they have the black man conquered. So instead of continuing to feed in that stereotype, you're gonna have to do something about it.
Right.
You know,
And they
and
like to
they're
emasculate the
doing
black
it
man
with the
because they're intimidated by black
right,
men too.
they're doing that. Yes, they are. That's why black men are shot down the street like dogs.
Yeah.
Okay, because they fear
Because
the
of their strength.
uprising, and
Because of their physical strength.
they know that the black man, is our strength. Like black
Yes.
women shouldn't have to do this on our own, but we don't have a
No.
choice. But since they feel that the black man has been defeated, now they're coming after the black women. And when Ronnie Q was talking about, how they use all these fake stereotypes and this anti-black woman propaganda, that is them
Oh,
trying to keep us, quote unquote, in our place. And we had
that's
a
right.
perfect example. We had a perfect example of them, trying to launch these fake stereotypes and this fake propaganda. The reason why they're doing that, the perfect example of that, what they fear coming from a black woman, is what Stacey Abrams did in Georgia this past presidential election. That's why they fear the black woman. See, but the thing is, they felt like, patriarchy, especially white male patriarchy, forever has uplifted the black woman, right? And so now they see us as a threat because they don't see the black man as a threat anymore, And so now we are the problem.
And
so
we
now
are.
we have to be attacked, But, child, it's hard to move a black woman. Just let me say, it's hard. They're gonna have to do better than that. To be honest, this is why I'm glad I'm not romantically attracted to men. It seems in Houston. It is, especially when you have a black man that's dealing with dysfunction. And if he's dealing with emasculation, we see a lot of that going on online, And then when it comes to the black men, see, we have our own set of problems that are separate away from white supremacy, racism, and we refuse to deal with those problems. Sometimes we refuse to make them be accountable, and because we refuse to make certain types of men be accountable for what they're doing, a lack of what they're doing for
That's
the
right.
community as well as their families. That is why things are getting worse. That is why they are now attacking us, because they now see the black woman as the head of the black family. They ain't worried about the black man no more. Now they're worried about us, And I get disappointed, like you said, and it's really draining. And there are millions of black men in this country doing the right thing. But the people, the ones that get highlighted and the ones that are online for the most part are the ones that
Are the
don't
ones that
respect
ain't
not
doing
only his
right.
community or himself, he don't respect his woman. And that's
That's
rooted
right.
in self-hate. But I always say it ain't our fault. It's not the black woman's fault.
Absolutely
Because we done
not.
had your back. We done did all you can do. Even when you kick us down and try to
That's
make
right.
us feel less than because we are doing better than you. And that's not always because of us. It's because of white male patriarchy trying to keep us separated. But even though you know all of this, you still want to beat us down. We are not your natural enemy. Okay?
That's
They
right.
are
And,
your
that, and
natural enemy, not us.
amen. And then some of the,
And
I say the only thing that we do that may say we could take something in it is love them and enable them.
yes, absolutely.
That's what we will
Absolutely.
do. We will enable the
Yeah.
hell out of our sons. You know,
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I ain't doing it with mine
But
though.
not
that's
all of us
yeah.
though. But not
That's
all
to
of us.
their
Some of us,
detriment.
yeah, to their detriment. That's right. But you have to, like, say you're a single woman. See, it's a lie when they say a black woman can't raise a black man, right? And
Oh
sometimes you
yeah,
don't have a choice, right? But the
that's
number
right.
one thing you can do is teach him responsibility and accountability. You have to let him know who he is. You have to continuously, keep that white supremacy mindset, that anti-black mindset. You have to not let him be weighed down by that. Do you see what I'm saying? And we work hard.
Yes.
I work hard to do that around here. You know what I mean? I don't care how much they try to beat you down. You got to teach your black man to learn how to work through the system. You got to teach him to keep his confidence on. You have to let him know that he is the head and not the tail. Do you see what I'm
Amen.
saying?
That's right. You let him know that
And
he is
you have
a
to.
whole man, not 3/5 of one. Goddamn
Yes,
it.
you have to show it. And if you are a single parent, you have to give him examples of what it looks like to be a productive black man, a man that
Yes.
is a provider and protector. Because there are those examples out here. But the sad thing is, even though you're doing all of this, okay, even though you try your best, even though you are raising him to be a functional black man in this society, he can still walk down the street and be shot
And
down
be
like a
gunned
dog
down.
coming
Yep.
from the store or going to the little store and get Skittles in a tea. Even though you teaching him to do the right thing, that can
Mm-hmm.
still happen to him. And
Can't
that's
even wear a
sadly,
hoodie. Can't even
yeah,
just wear
yeah,
his hoodie.
yeah, and
You
they
got to teach
still
your
beating
boys
them
to,
down.
to look a certain way. Don't look
Yeah,
suspicious. When basically that means don't look too black.
yeah,
That's sad.
right, right.
and and,
It don't
and
make
you
no
gotta
sense.
And you got to teach your sons how to be just a responsible human being.
Right, accountability, right?
Amen.
Responsibility.
Stop fucking. And it's another thing, and I might get some backlash on this. But if your baby daddy ain't shit, and all your baby daddy want to be is a thug and a gangster, and then you got your son being a mini me to him, like
Mm,
my son daddy is in jail. He can stay there. Don't give a fuck. When he get out, if he can't stay out, he ain't gonna be around mine because then that
yeah,
just makes him think that's the normal thing to be in jail
right,
like my daddy, a thug
right,
like my daddy. I want to know, So
right.
I agree with you wholeheartedly when they say a
Yeah,
black woman can't raise a black man. Yes, the fuck I can. Why can't I? Cause who better to teach him how to treat a black woman than a black woman?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel you, Mimi. It just means you want better for your baby, and it's unfortunate that and then then the thing is, like I said, some black men they get so beat down by society that they figure the only thing they can do, the only way they can make it is to sell a drug
Yeah.
or throw a football or a basketball or sing a rap song, and that's just not the case. But when you have generation of being beat down by the man, what you're gonna not value your life or value your importance in this world. Moreover, you're not going to value the life of your children. Not like
Mhm.
that. You're not going to teach them a better way.
And
You
that kind
know.
of goes back to what Houston Brad was saying. If that's all you've seen and that's all you know,
Right.
then what else do you do when
Right. Yes.
it's
If that's
My
normal?
all you've seen and that's all you know, you're absolutely right about that.
So
my
that's just
my little
it,
brother, he has three little kids. They're like stair steppers, and it just like relieves me to hear him say, I just like spending time with my kids. I just want to make sure my kids okay. And just
Yeah.
hearing him tell stories about his quality time is so
Yeah.
precious to spend with his kids. And then him
Yeah.
getting upset with, you know, my wife want to go out and get fast food all the time and this, that, and the other. And shoot, we can cook a whole meal with that money she spend and have leftovers for the next day. She crazy.
Mhm.
I'm not going to spend no money on this, that, and the other. And we can
Mhm.
cook this, that, and the other. And we can buy a chicken and we can do this, that, and the other. And I'm just like, yeah, you talking with some sense. Like, I'm not going to spend all that money on no fast food. And we gonna be hungry again by the end of the night, and we can go out and
right?
buy this, that, and the other. I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, I just be
I
like
don't know what's
inside,
in
like, yes, 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 talk that shit. Like,
don't know what's
go
happening.
grocery shopping. Yes, yes, yes. Go grocery shopping. That's
Well,
right.
a lot of these young women, they don't believe in doing it no more because they didn't see their mama do it. A lot of we got a lot of young mamas that was coming up and they didn't teach these young people that had all these kids how to be, how to take care of the home, unfortunately. And it's sad that
Mm-hmm.
we got a dual role. You know what I mean? And when I be and I feel blessed to have the mama and the daddy and the grandmamas and the granddaddies that I have. I am blessed. You see what I'm saying? Because certain things that were tolerated when it comes to some of my friends were not tolerated in my household. Do you see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So,
And I didn't
we had to be taught education and how to take care of ourselves. It was a must that we continued our education and do our best. At the same time, you had to learn how to take care of the home. You had to learn how to take care of cook. And we saw my
Mm-hmm.
mama doing all of this, taking care of us, taking care of my father, taking care of everybody, taking care of herself, But nowadays, unfortunately, you don't see a lot of that. You don't even see a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people wanting to cook no more. Like every Sunday, you couldn't go to somebody's house without them having Sunday dinner. You know what I mean? But now, after church, people just go to restaurants. It's just a
Mm-hmm.
simple stuff like that that's falling through the cracks and gone, by the wayside. You lose a little bit of yourself and a little bit of tradition every generation seems like, and I hate that.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Now they go out.
Cooking is
They go out.
important
They go
too.
out
'Cause
sometimes, but she try to do it like all the time and stuff. They go out sometimes and stuff, but he puts a limit on it and stuff. Like, no, this is not no
Yeah.
everyday type of thing.
Yeah, no. That just brought
Yeah.
up, a memory, and I know exactly what you're saying, and
Hmm.
he's right, and you're right, and
Mm-hmm.
they're right, even if they don't want to keep the house that way. And I realize, that times change, but there has to be some semblance of stability, from
But
And
cooking
generation to
should
and the
still,
generation.
thing
you
is,
should
Something
still
stable.
cook.
And the thing is, my brother can cook, and my brother does cook. My brother can
Yeah.
cook
Good.
everything.
Get down.
Yes.
From
Absolutely.
Thanksgiving dinner, cornbread stuff, and my brother can cook
Yes.
because
But
all
cooking
the
is like a
boys
form
in
of
my mother's
love.
house.
You share
Yeah.
your love when you cook for
That's
your
right.
Hmm.
family. That's like
Right.
Yeah.
I
Well, we
love to
know
cook for
when,
my kids.
black folks in soul food. That's what that means. It's us showing
Yes.
our love. That's why I go out of my
Yes.
way, and I don't have to, still continue to cook all this food for these grown
Right.
people. But that's me
Hmm.
showing my love.
But it
You know what I
shows your
mean?
love. It really does. And then when you see them enjoy your food, it makes you
Right.
feel loved.
Right.
It's
Right.
just, food
So
is important in the black. It used to be
It
very
is.
important in the black home.
so it's
It
Yeah.
not
still
like
is in mine.
so it's not
It's
like
happening
he's like,
in mine
no.
too, because we get a chance to come together. If I can't see you
Yes.
so busy, but I know my babies is coming to get a plate, because they be so busy in their life. But I know if I'm cooking some
Gonna
food,
come in.
I'm gonna get to see you, at least for long enough for you to sit down, and have dinner and talk to me and let me know how you doing, And if I
Hmm.
gotta use food to get you to my house, that's what I'm gonna do. I
That's
cook the hell out of a dinner. I don't care. I want to see
and
my baby.
it
Exactly.
don't matter what age they are, no matter what
Yes.
they into, they gonna come get a plate.
They're gonna come get a plate. They're
They're
gonna
gonna
come
come
get a
get a
Hmm.
plate.
plate.
They're gonna come get
Now,
a plate. Exactly
Now
right. Yeah.
it would be different if somebody is demanding of you that
Right.
you gotta cook me a meal and I'm just
Yeah.
gonna
Right.
sit on my
Yeah.
tail. No, no,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
No.
no,
Yeah.
Yeah, if
but
the fact that he offers to help cook, that she got
uh-huh,
her a
Yeah.
winner.
Absolutely.
yeah,
Shit,
Absolutely.
she
uh-huh,
got her a winner. If you got you, cause
Yeah.
and I tell you, men that can cook, they really can cook for some reason.
Yep.
Because you got a man that can't cook, or he's damn near a chef. One of the
Yeah.
two.
Yeah.
It don't
They think
usually,
they are.
in
I tell you
between.
my. I tell you, you know what you right about that, me, because the Mister think he
Yes.
can out cook me on that grill, so I just let him have it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
And
you
my
just let him make
nephew,
it.
yeah, and my nephew to the point to where now he think he can do a little something in the fried daddy. He
Oh
trying.
my goodness.
And so and then he trying.
My
Yeah, he
daddy get on
trying
that
because he
grill.
see his granddaddy. Yeah.
Girl,
Mm.
my daddy called his grill them his toys.
Oh
He said, "You
yes.
want to come
Oh
see my
yes.
new toy? It got a
uh-huh.
Bluetooth on it." I said, "Daddy, what do you need a
Yes.
Bluetooth on the grill for? For what? Why? You want to come look at my new shed too?" Like I'm like, "Oh, my daddy just getting.
Yeah.
Oh, look at him, his
You right
toy.
about that. You
And
right about that.
you can't tell him. My daddy will smoke a turkey and jerk the hell out of it.
Yep.
Talk about good, honey.
Yep.
I ain't
You
messing
right
with him on it,
about it.
but he can't mess with me in that kitchen. He
Girl.
real. I take the stove.
Girl. Girl. We be having contests around here. I'm just gonna leave it at that. But sometimes you gotta let a person think they're great, okay? Just let them think they're great.
That's right. That's right.
Just let them think they're
No,
great. But all right. But them grills, they can have it anyway, because it'd be too hot for me, child.
right. We don't like
Oh, they can have them grills.
They can
They can
have them
have them
grills.
grill and they
Just
can
God.
have them smokers. I
Just
tell you.
God.
And when
Just
my
God.
husband
They can have
when
them.
my husband get to moving around in the kitchen, the
Mm,
dogs they get to like, oh, it's on now. They get to
mm,
prancing and stuff, and they get
yeah.
the tails get the turned up on their
Mm,
backs like, oh, he cooking something. Oh, it's gonna
mm,
be
they
on
they
tonight.
praying.
yeah.
That means they know they get some too.
I be
They
like,
know they
it's
get some
on.
too, right?
Yeah,
You
Or
right.
yes.
you got on.
You right about that, Ronnie Q and me, because they know they get some too, child. Yes, they do.
You just
Yes.
told us that your dogs were spoiled. Cause if they get excited
Th-
when he get in the kitchen, they know they finna get them
Mhm.
a plate.
That one,
Cause
my one
Mhm.
dogs
dog,
are like kids.
my one dog
Yes.
before these two, he used to sit out beside the smoker. We had the old smoker before. Now we got the electric smoker. He used to
Mm.
sit outside, and he used to sit right by the smoker. And
Yep.
then I picked him up one time, and I was rubbing him, and he had all that smoke smell on him, and I was rubbing him, and I was like, "Ooh, you smell delicious." You just smelled all smoke and stuff. I was like, "Oh, you smell delicious."
And he probably looked
Yeah.
up at you like, "Mama, please
Yeah.
don't eat
Yeah.
me."
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
y'all know we
baby.
got a big old dog outside, and he be side-eyeing the food. Look like he wanting to steal it off the side of the dang on cooker and all of the grill and all of this and all that. And he stand guard over that food, honey. So I know
Ain't
what you
nothing
mean,
but big
lady.
kids.
Ronnie Q.
Dogs ain't nothing but big old kids.
That's
That's
all.
all they are is big. Cause you know kids is rude. While you eating, they will stare at your food. They will just stare at
Just
you
they
until you
gone.
like, "Do you
Yeah.
want some?" That's how
Yeah.
kids will do you. And
Yeah.
dogs will
Yeah.
do the same way. Just like
They'll
kids.
do the
Because
same
my
thing.
son,
Sure
he'll
will.
look at your plate and be like, "What's that? What's that, mommy?" And he know exactly what it is you eating. But instead of just
Yeah.
asking for some, "What you got, mama?"
Yeah.
Like, boy,
Yeah.
you don't go.
Yeah. My little baby nephew, the one I be telling you about, Brady, he been here before. And if I don't fix his plate exactly like I fix my plate, he gonna want my plate, and he gonna
And you
expect
gonna have to
me
make you
to
another
grab
one.
his plate. Yeah, you know what I mean. So I just gonna fix his plate like I fix my plate. Whatever extra I put up, my onions, my whatever I put on the side, I just gonna do him like
Oh,
it,
he
cause
he
he
has
gonna
a
want my plate.
sophisticated palate. He has
Yeah, he
a
been here
growner
before.
palate. That's how
Yeah, he
my
been here before.
9-year-old is.
Yeah, he
My
look at me
9-year-old is
crazy
like,
if I'm trying to give him something like, a kid plate or something. He look at me side eye me like I'm crazy or something. But them kids they pay attention. So yeah, you right about that. You right, Mimi. And so
Tanya
yeah,
cause
Davis.
9-year-old, she likes vegetables a lot. She'll eat
Miss
she'll
Olivia, read what Tanya
eat
Davis
sushi
wrote.
and all type of
okay.
stuff.
Right. Tanya says a man cooking is the least of my concerns. Are you employable? Able to interact with all types of people, decisive, a leader, mentally and physically astute. Absolutely, Tanya. We're just being lighthearted about it, but you're absolutely right. And when we were talking about cooking, we were talking about it in the context of that's how some black people express their love through their cooking, and a man gets
Mhm.
a kick out of being able to cook you a meal or grill out, because we know that men are hunters and gatherers. They like to provide. So when you got one that's good on the grill or good on the stove, it makes him feel like he is providing for his family. He's feeding his family. So yeah, you're right about that. I agree with what you're saying. But we were just talking about it in the context of how black people traditionally used to show their love. One way we showed our love is through
Mhm.
our cooking.
And Tanya
That's
Davis.
Right. And it's just a
And
plus.
Tanya
Like, of course, you want him to provide and stuff, but him cooking is a added bonus. If he can
and Tanya
cook,
Day
why
and
not?
Tanya Davis, if he's not
I'm gonna
all
have
of
to
those
go.
things, he hasn't gotten that far
Hold
for
on,
me
y'all.
to
I'm gonna have
find
to
out
get
if
the
he
sound
is
back,
a
but I
good
think
cook.
I'm gonna have to get off of here. I don't know.
What you say?
I said if he isn't all those things, he hasn't gotten that far enough for me to find
What
out
happened?
if he is a good cook. If he isn't all those things to begin with, he hasn't
He
gotten that
can't
far for me
cook.
to find
Okay.
out he is a good cook. Because those things definitely would come in the beginning before I would find out if he's a good cook.
Right, right. That's right, ladies.
You know another thing too. I love a woman that asks if the man can provide, if he can do all those things. Only if she is able to provide and do the same things that she want him to do. Because I can't stand no woman
Mm,
that's always asking. They got this long checklist, but if they were to turn the list over and write the same list, they wouldn't even be able to check half the shit off for themselves.
that's true. That's
If
true.
that makes
Let-
sense.
It's about reciprocity. You give a little, I give a little. You give a
Yes.
lot, I
Yes.
give a lot. And
That's
ladies
right.
on right. And ladies on that note, I'm gonna have to close. They calling
All
me.
right.
And
Okay,
I
Miss
loved
Olivia.
I loved this conversation with Mimi.
Yes, this was great.
And my girl Ronnie Q is always 7 popped up here. Houston Bread. Love the commentary, Houston Bread. Love everybody for being so interactive. Everybody that came up,
Yes.
thank you. I think Toya came up and on site April came up. And I love all of you guys. I want you guys to be safe and have a
Thank
All
you for
wonderful
right.
having
weekend.
me.
Okay.
And I just want to
You
Okay.
say
too, Miss
before I
Olivia.
go, Miss Olivia, when
Mm,
me and you talk, it always start off messy and then it always turn into something real good. So I
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Bye,
That's
you
All
how I
right.
guys.
do.
Bye bye,
Bye
you
bye,
guys. Y'all
Ronnie.
have a good
Love you,
afternoon.
Mimi.
Love you too, Miss Olivia.
Okay. All
Until next
right.
time. Bye bye.
Kiss some babies for me. Bye bye. Okay, guys. Like I said, I'm gonna have to go because they're calling me now. But like I said, y'all be safe out there. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. Okay, y'all please hit the like button if you have it on your way out the door. Hit that subscribe button. Share the video. And thank you guys so much. I'm gonna talk to you guys later. Bye bye. Peace.